Howdy, folks. Welcome to Adventures in Alberon, Courts of Everest. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and many other evenings. And joining me are most of my friends, Vincent, Tina, Cara, Hannah, and Alanna. Matt will be joining us presently with cheese, I am told.
Cheese!
Yeah. So we are going to play D&D tonight, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements. What was that?
If you're going to come late, come with cheese.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're late and also you have Starbucks.
Yeah, no, very, very good life advice. Bring something if you're going to be late. And I cannot stress this enough, show up quietly. So, we have a couple of different things before we get into D&D. We have a YouTube, an Instagram, a Threads, a Blue Sky. All of those things are at AlberonRPG. You can see the different things that are on our table. Right now, just it is a gridded piece of wood that is quite lovely. But you can see the different things that come up there. Encounter maps, puzzles, all kinds of things at AlberonRPG. If people remember to take pictures. Tomorrow, or actually I should start by saying, this is the final D&D session until October 31st. Because we have a long break because I'm getting married. We have all kinds of stuff that are happening in the next couple of weeks.
Legal
so,
issues.
Yeah, just a legal we got to handle some stuff. So we'll be back on the 30th with Starfinder and then the 31st with D&D. However, we have one more session to play before we take a break tomorrow. At 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be playing The Crit, which is a 5e D&D one-shot that I wrote with Emily, Hannah, Ari, Alanna, and Olive all playing as brand new interns to the Healers Guild in Sarentil. And everything is going to go totally normal. It will be just a basic one-shot about orientation. And so you can see that tomorrow.
Based on a show that Joe has not seen and heard about once.
No, I've seen it in the periphery of I've seen memes about it, but I've never seen the pit. I'm not really sure what it's about. I know it has to do with hospitals and one day.
There's a hole.
I did not know that. So that would have changed things, but that's okay. So this is a holeless version of the pit. And I stand by that.
What a terrible existence.
After we get back, we'll be back in regular production. We will also have some additional games, such as Feast of the Noble Vale on November 8th, which is our annual cooking one-shot that is set in our Alberon world. Cara runs this game. It is always a blast, and you can join us for some shenanigans on the 8th. In December, we are returning to the world of Iron and Thorn for the third anthology run by Cara, using the Old Gods of Appalachia rule set of the Cypher system TTRPG system. Cypher? I just said system a lot.
You did. Yeah. It's a
Just-
good word.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. Yeah, all those things coming up and even more at AlberonRPG. You can see the old anthologies over on YouTube. We have Monument Studios music and Sirenscape to thank for the sound. And with that, it is time for this week's session of Courts of Everest.
Know what you're working on.
And to you, Cara, with the recap.
I feel.
Wandering Hearts. When last we played, we found ourselves successful after finally defeating the aunties, figures that loomed large in our collective brains because Billy wouldn't let y'all forget about it. With that, we gained entry to the House That Walks on Legs, a seemingly simple domicile, which turned out to be an endless loop of insanity. We traversed TM. We traversed rooms made out of bone, rooms filled with blood, rooms filled with jars and tongues that just happened to still be moving. Well, we had hallways that were the same but different, and a giant gallery of screams that if we contributed any amount of noise to, yes, found us bombarded by sonic noise, and our only exit from said room shattered a mirror.
Just trying to help you out.
We were fairly successful for the first leg of our journey in sticking together and following the rules until said gallery. After realizing the only way out was to wait for the screams to die down and for the mirror to eventually repair itself, we walked forth. But some members of our party, a little bit louder than others, hi,
He's so clanky.
and without magical assistance to get to the exit, Valis was lost as he wandered off into the dark and found himself in a separate part of the house. And the building began to shake a little. The rest of the group made their way further through, attempting door after door after door, sometimes 2 doors at once, which we discovered is not allowed, as indeed the house shook further. And the floors began to quake a little bit. Eventually, we come across other beings in this house, some more alive than others, some more whole than others. As indeed, we eventually find what appears to be a winged human in a cage and able to speak, and is a little concerned about the fact that they were just in the hells and now are not. It seems they have a pact active with the hags, and if we are to find and break said pact, they would be able to help us navigate the house. So of course it will be easy to find said thing. Except then we keep going, and there's more looping, and more hallways, and more hallways, and more looping. Valis has a lot of fun on his own in a greenhouse, and starts picking plants. Narrowly avoiding making his own little storm system by opening a door with a hot breeze, and a door with a cold breeze, in a looping recursive room. But as we attempt to make our way back to Valis, and find this pact and destroy it, we come across a room of vertebrae across a giant chasm. And with maybe more confidence than we should have had, we started off a little absent-mindedly, all tied together. Because indeed, how do you make your way through a gallery where any noise can see you sprawling off into darkness, never to be seen again, but without tying yourselves together?
Logic, man.
Logic. Because when everyone else is able to fly and dodge and dance across vertebrae, and others of us just have a fun time running, surely you'll all stay in place. And as Billy slips off the bridge of vertebrae and into eternal or infinite dark, and the rest of the party comes tumbling with, and Valis enjoys his own little adventure in a cursed greenhouse. This is where we begin our session, falling into the nether.
You all fall. You fall and fall, and at some point you feel this rope that holds you together stretch taut and then snap. And you are flung into darkness, dispersed across the hut into various places. For you, Valis, you hear this and perceive this most of all. In this garden, suddenly the plants kind of shake, and you can see the ground crumble. You can see and hear the walls shift and groan. You feel this house move in a way that it is not designed to. You feel damage occur somewhere deep within. It is almost as if this house lets out a groan in this moment. And each of you hears that to different degrees. But we'll start with you, Minka. For you you feel through the darkness that you stumble through little bits of straw scratching at your face. You feel elements of just scratching, itching, poking, and then kind of brushing out in front of you. Elements of a bed cover, just dirty, and gravity shifts, and you find yourself emerging from the bed. Or something similar to a bed. You can see you're in a 5x10 closet, essentially, that is taken up almost entirely by a mound of elements that have been formed out of forest debris that gather in the corners that have been pushed together to form something softer than floor. There are piles of little elements that rot here and there. There are cobwebs here. You can see a hook gouged into the far wall. There is only a single door here. And this door is barely on its hinges. It is warped in a way that looks like it is probably a little difficult to open.
This must be Billy's room.
Start calling you Harry Potter.
I've been so red.
Okay, so after like getting all of like the hay off of her as best you can, you're gonna look around and okay, not in a bone room or tea. Okay, this is an improvement. She's gonna try to open the door.
Okay. You open this door. Give me one moment here. You open this door, and you see a familiar sight. You see a hallway, green. This hallway has a element of chalk on it that makes it familiar to you. And you see here the candlelight seems to flicker in reverse. The chair is furthest from the door that you enter from, so you feel as if you are kind of arriving backwards. But aside from that, you've been in this hallway before.
Okay, good.
But in this hall, just a little bit further on, behind that door, you hear...
Okay. I'm gonna like look around. A familiar hallway, just the one-doored hallway.
Yeah. So there's this one door, and then all the way at the other end there's another
the other door. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't love that I'm alone. This is great. Okay, we're gonna open this door. Is it a heart or is it a thing?
So you walk down the hall. You pass the elements of carpets and side tables, all just various shades of green on brown, and you crack the door open. And as you do, you can hear this heartbeat get louder, and peering in, you see this space where a massive clockwork heart dominates the interior. This ticks with magic in a circular chamber about 30 feet across. The ceiling is dome-shaped and high. You see gears and pistons that form an almost impossibly complex but well-fitting machine that arches overhead. And you see within that machine, up a set of stairs above what you see to be a massive beating heart that has been wrapped in clockwork and gears, a map that floats with glowing lights. And let me pull out a visual for you.
Ooh, a visual. There's going to be an encounter just for Minka.
Just me!
I believe Matt is in the building, but he has to put his cheese away, maybe.
You got this, Mika. Just win your ones.
Bring the cheese, Matt!
No, there's a map coming. No cheese.
To be
No cheese, only map.
showered in cheese.
So, and I'll pull up on the...
Oh, this is a visual of the map that she
Oh,
sees.
it's us!
You can see floating above you, a little bit more circular than this, though currently static, and you imagine had you come here previously, these would have been constantly floating and in flux. But you can see various rooms, and etched into them, do you read Sylvan?
No.
You see nonsense written across this, and elements that would be familiar to some of your compatriots. You recognize some of these symbols as Sylvan, certainly. You also see the 2 green cubes that had been in Billy's room now in the clockwork heart as you and Ori make your way in there. And you recognize these little glowing marks seem to be outsiders within this space. Okay. And you would imagine that likely means the 2 that are elsewhere are your allies.
Okay. All right, good news. I'm gonna turn around and see if can I see Ori anywhere.
Oh yeah, Ori's right there. He's just following you.
Okay, good. Okay,
Got this glazed over look.
You've got a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
okay, Ori. Good news. I think we broke it, but we didn't get ejected into another plane of existence yet. Also, one day, something will be written in Druidic and not Sylvan. But, maybe you can read this map? I'm trying to be like, hello?
You can see they seem distracted in this
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay,
Not blinking.
so, Minka's gonna observe the heart and be like, okay, is it... So it's a fleshy thing surrounded by mechanical things?
It is a fleshy thing surrounded by, covered with, and intruded through these like mechanical things. You see brass, you see crystal, you see whirring cogs and spinning flywheels. You see glowing blue cores inserted into the flesh, pulsing with visible light that pulses against the actual viscera in these chambers. It is a complex organism, for sure, and in this room you see there are also 4 different doors to the north, east, south, and west of this space, each framed with delicate brass gears and inscribed with runes. You could see that these runes are designed to kind of shift and move. From this room, you could likely manually change it to anywhere else, although all the rest of the runes in this moment are dull. It appears as if the mechanism to allow that to work is broken.
Okay, alright. Minka's gonna pull out the resonance stone that Ballas gave her a while ago as a fidget toy. And visually compare it to the other glowing stones in here, or is it like a similar kind of magic, or is this like completely different?
This is the Arclight reagent?
Yes.
No,
the
this
resonance,
is
the resonance
the
stone that activated.
Austin Lock Resonance Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, from the Ausenlock. Interesting.
I only do the best things.
It was real glowy, right? That's
It
why.
was real glowy, and I investigated for quite a while.
And resonancy.
I just gotta check something real quick. That's an interesting.
Ooh.
That's an interesting thought. So you take a look. You pull up this resonance stone, and you shine it across this space. Let's see here. Okay. I believe. Nothing happened. And Ori, you come to. You had a lot of cheese in your mouth. You weren't quite able to talk, but now you are within this room. You had appeared in a small room, dominated almost entirely by just a bed in a very small space. But going through the door, you made your way through another green hallway and into a room with a massive heart spinning with different clockwork machinations, and then over top it, this projected sort of holographic map. You can see these glowing motes, 2 of which seem to indicate you and Minka, and so likely the other members of your party. Do you read Sylvan?
I do read
Then
Sylvan.
you can read all the words on this map.
Oh.
Minka's gonna spin around and be like, oh, Ori, okay. We definitely broke this.
But we found the heart.
Yes, we definitely broke it though. It's still beating. Good. I don't know what we. Okay.
I mean, honestly, it's probably better if it's broken.
The heart itself not broken, and in fact, throughout the space, dominated by this sound that just kind of pulses through the walls here. But the runes that indicate that you might have normally been able to use the doors in this room to travel elsewhere, currently only going to the rigid hallways that is connected to.
So, was the resonance stone, is it like a similar style of magic? Is it completely different?
No, it's completely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah. I'm like, okay, so we can't use this in pocket. Okay, we should try to... Okay, do we stand here and wait for other people, or do we go find them? Because it looks like everything is still now.
Well, if I can just go and find them now, I can get a pretty good read of where things are. These are probably them, right? Because that's us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
We
forward,
should
left,
not
left,
go back
forward,
towards the screaming gallery.
right.
We should
Let me get you guys
avoid
something
that.
to help plan.
Is there any way that you can keep in touch with me so that you can stay here and tell me if they move?
No. I can follow you around.
Did you just suggest splitting the already split party?
I suggested having Minka stay to monitor all the bops, and I have
Yes.
perfect memory, so I can just wander through and find you guys.
Question: is the map
That's the man on the
fixed in place, or can you grab it and move it around?
Here, it appears to be fixed in place. There was previously a potential in this room that somebody could move other rooms, but with it broken in such a way.
Oh, I mean, like the physical map object, like is that fixed in place? Like,
Currently, yes.
Okay.
It looks as if it may have been interactable at one point, no longer.
Okay.
So, okay, I have an idea.
Right.
Why, since it looks like everything is still now, and Mika's gonna turn around and look at the room that we came from. It's all still there, but the
Still
doors
there.
are open.
The doors are still open. They have not automatically shut as they have in the past. Now, that being said, you've only ever opened 2 doors and had them open.
Yeah.
And the third one usually caused the second one to close.
Okay. We have a very easy way of testing this. Mika's gonna go towards like the hourglass shaped one. Whatever. So if north is you,
Sure.
is east door. And just open it. Be like, did that one close?
Okay. You open it. And in fact, the other one does not. It remains open. You have left this continuous hallway behind you. And you peer out into a hallway that you have not seen before. It is just a narrow bridge that crosses a chasm that is filled with falling sand. You can hear just falling all around you to the sides. Looking down a little bit over, you can see the walls seem to be like a crumbling material that becomes sand as they fall, but there is no, you don't see anything eroding. It is certainly a magical effect. Are you currently under any magical effects?
Unless the shield's enchantment counts as a magical effect, no.
Okay. The shield's enchantment does not.
Okay.
Nothing additional happens, but you do see on the far side a door that features a image of a needle over fire.
Do I see the indicator of Minka on the map moving when she moves?
Yeah, so as Mika gets closer, you see that little light that I assume is the blue one right there. Kind of get a little closer.
So you're going into the hourglass crossing, is what it says.
That makes. Have I ever seen the hourglass before?
An hourglass? Yes, there is a
Exactly where?
dwarf that is in your commune
Yeah.
that has one.
Okay,
It's broken,
okay.
but you've seen it before for sure.
Okay. Okay, I know what that is. Okay, cool. Now, Ori, what we're gonna do is, because everything seems like it's still now, and we're gonna take advantage of this. We together are going to go find our friends and
Okay.
reunite. Because us together alone in this hellhole is bad.
Us together alone.
Because you
Damn.
see, I
Sorry.
don't make good decisions by myself. And I'm starting to panic a little bit. And you sometimes just kind of disappear. So I'm just going to hold your hand really tight. And together we're going to go find our friends. Okay?
It's tight. It's like paladin tight. You're feeling the full strength score here.
Amazing.
Sorry, you are stressed out. We'll find them. Don't worry. I think
great.
it's good we found the heart. It's honestly, it's probably good that we found the heart and not almost everyone else.
I mean, I think we're the two that could least interact with the heart. To be fair.
Well, I don't have any intentions of sacrificing anyone.
I don't think that happens here. But what we should do is we should go find our friends and figure out how to cross this room. There is like a needle and fire on the other side. Does that mean anything to you?
Why don't I take a look? Could you just, like, a little bit ease up? My hand is starting to hurt.
Just like
You can hear like all the bones
just
pop.
like slowly like it's like you
Oh,
stay in this room.
I promise I won't leave you
Okay,
anywhere.
good.
Ready? Okay, here we go. Stay close, okay? I'm gonna look, and before I go into this room,
Sure.
what the fuck is the hourglass crossing, and how am I gonna cross it?
It is a bridge over a chasm, and I would guess on foot, but you do have a feature that in dim light allows you to fly, so you could do it that way. It's only 30 feet long, or it's not quite. It's actually a little tiny bit longer than 30 feet, this hall.
Do I notice as I'm looking anything odd or out of place that may or may not be some sort of trap
Make an
or
investigation
trap-like situation that we can stumble into that I would like to avoid?
May I say, while Matt rolls, this is the gentlest version of Ori we've ever seen. Minka has unlocked something really paternal in him.
Well, Ori's
Outstanding
got
move.
It's just compounding.
That's how you get someone to focus.
He
You
sees
panic.
himself in Minka.
kind of close. I'm looking at my notes, not my skill sheet.
Okay,
How do I math? It's 32.
that's pretty good. You look in this space and you see nary a trap. No little tripwires, no pressure plates. All that you really see is a bunch of like nonsense symbols around the place. You know that they're magic. They don't look like traps necessarily, but you don't necessarily know what they mean.
They're just like runes.
Yeah.
Hey, Minka, do you know what any of these runes do?
Make an Arcana check.
Ah, yes, my strongest action.
Mine too.
9.
Nine.
That's probably better than me.
You sure do. These runes make patterns on an otherwise very ordinary wall. Probably they're responsible for this illusion of like falling sand. Because you can hear it, you can see it, you can even feel in the passage of wind almost like a dusty quality, but the walls aren't crumbling, the sand doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't fill up anymore, and so almost certainly an illusion.
My best guess is that they're decorative.
Okay. Or he's like, all right, she's panicking. She's not thinking straight. I gotta fucking lock in even more now. This poor Minka, Minka is fucking lost. So I guess since I don't discern any notable danger, I'm gonna start cautiously making my way through the room, wary of the fact that it's called the Hourglass Crossing. Hourglasses have sand that fall. There is sand that is falling. We are in almost a literal hourglass here, and typically hourglasses with time and magic things involved. Ori, as much as he loves Minka, probably thinks at the very least these runes probably aren't just decorative.
Thinking is a free action.
Yeah.
Walking, though, that's movement.
Yeah.
And so you begin to make your way across this space. We'll get back to you.
Cool.
So elsewhere in this clockwork
Minka.
room,
Stay
the
close.
camera kind of seeing you make your way across would track these two dots kind of moving, and so certainly these are representative of each of you. We make our way now over to Cheshire and Alina.
If I had a paper bag, I'd give you one.
The two of you. Paper bags haven't been invented yet. Grew stain, it's time. So, Cheshire and Alina, the two of you feel that string snap. Whether you held it or had it tied to you, you are separated from the party. You walk and travel through darkness, and suddenly you step and just burst through elements of potato sacks and old cheesecloth, some of which still certainly have cheese in them that crumbles away. You make your way out and burst out into a much warmer space.
Oh, this place is like an oven.
You emerge from underneath a table. And on this table, not quite a table, but a blackened butcher's block, you can see that there is an oven at the very far end of the table, hulking cast iron monstrosity, shaped like a fanged maw. It is open wide. There is an interior that glows with this sickly gold color. It's large enough for a full-grown ogre to get shoved into. Every couple of minutes, the mouth doesn't physically move, but you almost swear you can hear it breathe in, and that glow gets a little bit brighter. You can see there's elements along the far wall, 3 long shelves just covered with different things. You can see jars and flasks. You can see little trays with what looks like steak on them. You see just cups of ash, elements of dried mushroom. And you see two doors. One off, or let me see, where are we here? You see one door all the way on the far end, and then another one opposite that, just right next to the oven.
Sorry, so the oven is on one end and it's next to the door?
The oven is close, yeah.
Here,
That
and it's like
yeah.
on this wall next to the door?
Yep, right in the corner. And it takes up that entire corner, floor to ceiling.
Hags are always so quaint. Treasure's prestidigitating herself.
This room is somehow worse than the rib cage that we were just in. What is anyone else here? Is it just you and me?
It's probably just us.
As you say that, this oven just kind of gurgles and then and ash just floats out. And you hear this oven just says,
Do you need a fantasy lozenge?
Just a minute.
Okay.
4 paths feed the flame. 1 for the brave, 1 for the tame. 1 stirs the embers. Can you give me a moment?
I'm just standing
And
here.
they just kind of cough, and there is just bits of ash that kind of fly out. Is there anything that you're doing?
Well, it sounds like he's giving us a riddle, so Alina's trying to pay attention to the riddle, but it's hard because she can only understand like every other word.
Yeah, sure.
What is Cheshire's impression of this?
You look at this oven, and I would say make an Arcana check. You can see that it's an oven. That's free.
Pretty good. 26.
But beyond being an oven, at first you thought, oh, this is just like that skull in the entrance. This is like a doorbell. This is some kind of a magical autonoma. But as it begins to cough and asks you for a minute, it strikes you that this is probably a sentient creature trapped in this oven-like form. They've probably been here for some time, and perhaps it's the damage that has been done to the structure, but they are having trouble speaking to you right now. They seem to be struggling to get this riddle out, though they seem bound to do so. In this moment, they're still saying, bring a husk!
You good? You good? You good?
Just stir yourself in!
I will give it inspiration.
Give
It
them
is a
inspiration.
D12.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Finally, and the embers flare up gold, and and there is just a hunk of brick masonry that onto the floor and crumbles. They turn to you and they say, thank you.
You're welcome.
There has been more movement than we are used to.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It might have been us.
Are you prepared to answer the hag's riddle?
I might need to hear it twice. Is that cool with you?
That's cool with me.
Thanks, because there's a skull who also did a riddle, like at the front door.
You can see like the oven crawls over to the side, trying to look kind of past you, all the way opposite the room, and they just say, "Yeah, fuck that guy. He sucks.
Yeah, but
He
you're
was
way
designed
cooler.
to be mean. I'm trapped here. Don't ask why."
Wasn't going to. Do you mind? We may have lost some other friends.
That sucks.
Yes. It does.
Have they been turned into frogs?
Ooh.
Oh god, maybe.
Do they now sing in the hag's choir?
Cheshire's now just imagining Billy singing in the hag's choir.
We don't know, but we need to find them. Do you know anything about, like, I mean, the rooms keep moving, so, I don't know, is that still happening? It feels really not so movie anymore.
They kind of lean in and they say, "You have helped me, and I may not help you. But
If you find a hallway repeating itself, it bears looking into. Who knows what could be lost within the cushions?
Oh. Thanks, my guy.
Solid advice.
Yeah, can we, like, do anything for you?
Break the contract I once signed.
You're the second person who's asked us for that. We'll do our best.
There are many of us trapped here by the hag or those who followed her.
Yeah.
Do you know, what happens once the contract is broken?
No. But I will be here no longer. I will taste food once more without being cursed to only smell it.
We'll do our best. Any chance you could just open the door with no riddle? Will you let me make a persuasion check?
They look at you and they say,
Helpful creature, hear me well. I can do this, but it is not free.
I'm listening.
16 I will need about 350.
They look to you and they say,
This is a place for preparing food. If you are prepared to live with hunger, I am allowed to let you through.
She glances at Cheshire like, deal.
excellent,
Just me, not her.
fantastic. Alina, you
Yeah.
are cursed. In this moment, you feel this kind of sink into you. Instantly, you feel hungry. You feel this gnawing sensation on the pit of your stomach, and you're not sure exactly what that means. For a while now, Alina, you felt this fire kind of burning in your chest, and it feels like it sinks to the pit of your stomach. And that's foreboding.
Maybe I
The
shouldn't have
door.
done that.
Open far on the other side of the room. And they say,
Go now and break my pact.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure I won't regret this.
Grumble, grumble.
Chester, you walk over. Alina, you make your way past, just speaking to the oven, and you see just beyond the door, down 3 stone steps, a 15-foot wide corridor. You can see the place where Minka had stood submerged in blood. This kind of hallway with about a foot of standing, still wet blood. There are a number of stone steps that, even as you behold them, emerge to form a pathway across. And at the far end, you see a rusted iron door with a huge bar that has been thrown across the frame into these brackets, almost like a mechanical latch.
Are there any switches anywhere, like levers or buttons? Like if it's mechanical, then
Sure. I would say make an investigation check.
let's see. 10 plus probably not that much. Investigation. 11.
With an 11, no. This is just a linear hallway with only another door at the far end.
I'll fly over there. You want uppies?
You pick Cheshire up. Cheshire, you want nothing to do with this.
Nope.
And you fly across, Cheshire kind of holding the elements of their petticoats all up in their arms, and you make your way across, touching no blood. There is no issue. And you float to the other side. And we'll get back to you in just a moment. That brings us, at long last, to you, Billy and Valis. Valis, you are in this witch's greenhouse. You look around, hearing the walls shift and move, hearing it groan, and then behind you, you hear dirt just kind of splash onto the ground. For you, Billy, you spit it out of your mouth as you emerge from the pile of dirt opposite the one that Valis had emerged from.
Sorry, chat.
Well, hey,
It's a new ASMR feature.
you did it. You found me.
Why is it always through dirt?
And for you, Billy, you push through, getting out of the dirt as quickly as possible. And there are shafts of this strange alien light that comes through cracked panes. You see vines coiled across the floor here. You see dozens of different plants. You almost immediately note that some of them are very dangerous. I would say Billy, innately, I would say make a nature check at advantage.
16.
You see blood rose blooms, these blood red roses that cause wisdom damage, like genuinely will decay somebody's wisdom to the point where they will die after a number of days. You see a large pink flower with green, almost like a fleshy center. You can see it looks like two lips pressed together. This is called Deceiver's Tongue, and you know that it is something that can be used in a variety of different potions for healing and spell boosting capabilities. You see blood-drinking ferns, which drink blood and have no real medicinal properties to speak of. You see Wimbloom from the Feywild. You see Glass Thistle from the Shadowfell. You see all kinds of things in this space, and many that you don't quite recognize either. You also see a door, very simple wooden door. On one side, and on the other, you can see what looks to be a metal door that has elements of dried ink around its edges. And you see Valis.
Billy, where are the others?
I was going to ask you that.
That-
Are you still holding plants?
Yeah, you see me holding a perfectly preserved blue orchid. Midnight blue orchid.
Do I know what that is?
With your check, no.
Well, did you pick that up?
Yes, Javaris helped me.
Why would you pick anything in this greenhouse up? And Billy points out the ones she knows as, like, the dangerous ones.
Yeah.
It's been an hour since we got separated. What have y'all been doing?
Looking for you.
Did you split up to find me?
You split us up! Speaking. We fell. And then we were I was here.
Shall we go find the others?
Billy racks her brain, trying to think of if she has spell slots left for a very specific spell. And if it would be worth using it right now.
You rack your brain. That is a free action.
Mm-hmm. Free action rack.
Valis, you know at this moment the doors have shut. You had them open previously. These competing cold-warm drafts blowing in. Now they are shut once more.
Billy sits. Hold on. I think I can do the thing from earlier. And pictures Alina.
Okay.
And says, "It's Billy. I'm alive. Valis is here." Again, no. Where are you? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Is everyone else with you? Where should we meet up?
Roll a D100.
Just to see if it fizzles. I don't remember the details.
It's because there are different planes here.
Oh-ho.
It's to see if it even gets
see
to you.
21.
Alina, suddenly in your mind, as you were sort of making your way through this space, you get this message. It is Billy's voice, a little bit discordant and echoing, but clear enough that you clearly make out the words.
Okay, and I can respond, right?
Yeah.
25 words.
25 words. Okay.
Poopy, poopy, poopy,
Um,
poopy, poopy, poopy.
Oh, thank God you're okay. I'm with only Cheshire. There was a cool oven, and I'm cursed now.
Bring snacks.
Meet at the heart room.
Bring snacks.
Love you.
So you get this message back from Alina. She's alive. She's okay. You
cursed.
know now at least where 4 of your party members are. And you have a destination, the heart room. Now, Billy, which way is that? You point up into the broken panes of glass where this alien moonlight shines down. Probably not.
So we have to meet at the heart room. I guess they know where it is.
Do you know where it is?
I just fell and somehow crawled up through dirt. I don't know where I am.
Alright, well,
They also
let's just head in a direction.
they also met Oven Dude, so I guess they're okay.
Does Billy know Oven Dude?
Everyone knows Oven Dude.
I opened both doors.
Okay. You
Tornado.
Mr. Fantastic. You're way across the room. Is there a door that you're opening first?
Let's see. This one.
Okay. You open this doorway, and as you do, you see a hallway that is quite familiar to you. This hallway, green in all of its furnishings, you can see elements of what looks a little bit like a armchair about center way through the room. Oh, chalk. Minka's chalk, kind of drawn along one of the walls. You've been here before.
Go and open the other door.
Wait, And Billy picks herself up and comes running after you.
No problem. You walk over to the other side, and you open the other door. And can you read for me what that says?
The ink duct.
Oh, yes. You pop open a narrow tunnel, and you've been here before as well. Dripping quills and parchment. One of you recognized that in casting spells here, there was wild magic surges that occurred throughout this hallway. You can see ink just dripping down the walls, along the little elements of grain in the floor. On the far side of this space, you can see there is a doorway just like before, though this door has a symbol of a jar on it.
Alright, do you have a preference which way we go?
Billy looks back. Wait, did we go? Both doors are open.
Both doors are open. You're in the garden
I just
still.
opened both doors.
Green Hall ink duct.
You open both doors.
Yeah, you saw me do it just now.
The doors are still open and we're still here.
That is peculiar.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't walked through them yet. I'm confused.
You can't open both doors at the same time. That's not good.
Oh, I've been hearing rumbles and cracks and seeing possible damage to Silcasis.
I wouldn't use
Probably.
that name.
Why?
Names feel bad. We don't use that name, so maybe just the house.
You hear in your mind,
That's right, Valis, who is a friend. Names have great import.
Okay.
Do I notice that he's
what is your passive
Thanks,
perception?
Javaris.
22?
Yeah, for sure.
He goes, oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
You see him do the JD thing from Scrubs where he's just like,
They are crazy.
I don't know what it is we're doing, but I think it's damaging the house in the way that we're moving about it.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
You hearing things?
Yeah, I can hear you talk to me.
Okay. And I guess maybe the ink room. We at least know that one.
I don't know the room. What? This is the ink duct? I haven't been in this room, right?
You
No,
have not been in this room.
Oh.
You haven't been in this room either. Wait, sorry.
Billy
So-
has.
Billy has?
I believe after you were separated, this is one of the ones that they
Oh,
went
I thought Val was...
How do we traverse this room?
Oh, don't do magic in here. And don't take the ink. It's explosive if you contain it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so don't touch.
Okay.
Hands on head.
He looks at his flower.
Drop it. Drop it.
I take it with me.
No, on the ground.
I take it with
Slide
me
it.
and I walk away.
Alice walks
I
away.
like
Which
to
direction
keep
are you
it.
going?
Ink duct.
Okay. You walk through the ink duct. Every step that you take, the ink swims away from your boots. You are able to step through, and casting no magic, you make it to this far door. You survive. Are you opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You open the door.
And Billy looks behind to watch the other doors.
They remain open as well. And it opens into a long, cold chamber. The air here is thick with the scent of vinegar and iron and ash, and the wall over to the right covered entirely with shelves, packed tight with thousands of jars. To the left stands a massive, and when I say massive, it is truly the understatement of the year. Down the entire length of this sort of hall-like space, there is an alchemist cupboard that spans all 60 feet. Drawers and cabinets of all shapes and sizes, no labels. You see a grotesque sort of door on one of them stitched like skin. You see another that is like thatch, another door that is made out of silver and brass. Every now and then you can hear one just kind of rattle. You can hear one just slam shut. It almost certainly is enchanted. You see a large iron preparation table dominates most of the center of the room. There is these grooves along the edges. You see old dried blood along those. You do see a jar underneath the table where all these grooves lead into, and it is labeled sweetness.
Do you do that in game?
You see a door on the far side of the hall, one that is shut. And in this space, I would say, especially for you, Billy, with your passive perception, you feel presence in this room.
Hello?
Somewhere in this room, a drawer opens.
We're not going to you. You gotta come to us.
You hear nothing.
You've got fire.
Make a intimidation check. I would say at disadvantage because you have your hands on your head.
Joke's on you, I'm made of metal.
27.
Wow.
I rolled a 19 and a 17.
15 feet in front of you, suddenly the air kind of becomes smoky, and you can see suddenly a hand from within, long hag-like fingernails, though they wave in your face, and you hear this voice as this like stitched together visage of a hag-like woman come through, long hook nose, big boil on it. You can see like individual hairs of different colors kind of coming out of it, and they just go, "No, there's no need for fire. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to scare you. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I'm just a pickling matron. I'm just helping. I'm pickling things. What you need? Did she send you?
Oh, well,
Did Trudy send you for something?
yeah,
We've already sent the homunculi to her quarters.
I know. Sorry. Hi. First time here. I'm usually hanging out with Oven Dude.
Okay.
Hi. No, she said she needed something from the altar, and I can't figure out where it is. The rooms keep changing, and I think Sylvie's having
From
fun.
the altar. You think I would know where something in the altar is? You know, I bet my name is partially there. But I don't know anything about the altar. I deal with the pantry.
Got any pickled turtle's eggs?
Do you have any pickle? Just becomes invisible again, but you hear off in the distance like drawers opening and shutting as they root through, and you can hear them verbalizing things out loud. Give me 1 second. You can hear them just saying amber truffle, ash vine pods, no, clotting vinegar, clock roach shells, no, pickled. All I have right now is pickled fairy eyes. Will that do?
Sure.
This drawer squeaks open, and you can hear little giggles as they pull this jar out. It is a small jar, and it is full of these wet little eyeballs. And it kind of floats a couple steps closer before the pickling matron makes herself kind of visual again and just plops this jar in your hand. Pickled fairy's eyes. Make an Arcana check. You look at these things. You kind of move them. They kind of roll around in this jar.
Can I also make one? As I give Billy some serious side eye.
Well, she already has enough eyes.
1.
They can be used. You've heard to grant fairy sight. What that is, you're not sure of, but
24.
Almost certainly for that. With a 24, you've actually heard that Pickled Fairy's eyes in more nefarious circles can be used to grant a more limited version of true sight. Not without some side effects. But they're a potion component. And many of these things you're beginning to realize. You heard all these different things spoken out loud. Amber truffle, that is a fungus that actually has some memory qualities to it. These are all magical reagents.
What do you mean by memory qualities?
With a 24, you just know that they have to do with memories. What that might mean exactly, not sure. You've recently regained quite a few, and you've just, in researching memory, heard of amber truffle. Or sorry, of, amber truffle.
Could we also please have some amber truffle?
Who are you? You're not Hagspawn. You can't just point to her and use that as
Out of character, I was thinking about what Valis would say.
Okay.
And he would say,
Sorry. I'm Valis.
Don't
her.
give him anything.
Why?
names are important.
Why what? If I recall, I think they can have something to do with memories.
Just don't
The end
touch
of-
anything while you're in here. Keep
Okay.
your hands where I can see them. Did you take that from the garden?
Oh no, it's in a.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna. It's in a bag.
That would make me so happy.
They nod to you.
Can we?
At the very least, do you know which way Oven Dude is? I got a little turnaround.
Oven dude?
You know, Oven Dude. He's the oven, and he talks, and he sometimes spits out like cool treats.
Candy.
I don't know an oven dude.
He never told me his name.
In case you're somewhat new around here, most of us don't know each other's names. There's power in names, young Hagspawn.
I
You'll learn
know
this
that's why he
eventually.
didn't tell me his name, and why you don't know mine, and why I don't know yours.
And why I don't know mine.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Ha! Sorry.
Why don't you know your own name?
Does he take it?
In a manner of speaking, I'm bound here, my essence split into 3. One of those pieces has my name, and it is kept far away from me.
Do you want to stay bound here?
What's wrong with you?
See the memory thing? Mm-mm.
They like close that door and they just say,
This is a bad place. No want to stay here. Does he understand what I'm saying?
How do
He
we-
understands words. It's just not all there.
How do we release you from your bound servitude?
See, he thinks he can release everyone.
Break the jars.
they go
Do the jars
over,
have tongues in them?
they float over and open a drawer and they take out like a blank jar and they just go jar with my essence in. They let go, and it shatters on the ground.
Ah! I have to clean that up now.
Okay. Thank you.
You don't mean to actually free me, do you?
Mending.
If I can,
Right back up into a bottle.
I will. If you are freed, where would
Hey,
you go?
Valis! Let's go this way. And Billy points to the door.
They turn, and this is the door that you did not come from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They nod, and they look at you, Billy, and they just say, keep him out of trouble.
That's hard.
Good luck with that.
You say, holding your various things plundered from the rooms on it. And you make your way towards that door. We'll get back to you in a second.
Grob's making it
that raccoon gift.
Minka and Ori, the two of you make your way across this hourglass hall. For you, Ori, do you have any spells currently upon you?
Not that I know of. I hope not. Jeez.
I like that we both answered it like,
Okay. So,
Oh, I cast a spell the other day.
What? Yeah.
Just a spell.
just
He
a
actually
random
just
spell.
went, spell.
You make your way across the space away from the heart. You can hear the
Come on,
sound
Minka.
of the beating slowly recessing into the distance. And it goes from this to very much a and you can feel almost as if the time slows down as you cross this space. But you make your way to the other side, no problem. And you see this door with this needle on it, kind of laid over a flame.
Door with needle on it, laid over a flame.
Yeah, so almost like a fire symbol has been burned into the wood, and then somebody carved a needle over that.
Gotcha. Okay, and this one said it was the Needle Forge on the map. So that makes sense because that is literally a needle etched in fire.
okay. I think it's trying to find a place in the wall to mark it with chalk as everything kind of crumbles.
Yeah, there is, and it's like hard to even reach the wall from the
Yeah.
middle part of the walkway,
Or
but you just kind of on the floor, no problem.
Hey, how you doing? You okay?
sure. Okay, so Needle Forge.
Needle Forge.
Do you think is that the one with the guy and the cocoon? Or is this a
Maybe.
new?
Why don't we open it and find out? I'll open it. Stay behind me
Okay.
in case anything jumps out.
I have the shield though.
If I see something, I will get out of the way, and you should have that shield ready.
Okay.
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 Ready?
Are you doing this in a stealthy way?
Stealth, yeah.
Make a stealth check.
Like, I don't want to open it and be like, "Hey, everyone!"
You mean like we did? Like in Lord of the Rings.
Stealth is a 25.
Okay. You push this door open. Bellows blow. And you can see directly in front of you a familiar massive furnace that glows with purple white light. You can see just beyond it the 10-foot tall golem made of braided sinew and this sort of metal stitched together, held together in places with needles kind of finishing, depressing this bellow. You can see just needles all across this room. You can see forged the size of spears. You can see some long enough to hang a tapestry from.
My old arch nemesis.
In fact, Ori, you look up, and with your passive perception, you can see on the ceiling a very large tapestry that was not there before. This tapestry is wide. You can see there is flesh that it is sewn from. There is cloth. There are elements of broken dolls stitched into this as well. And every now and then, those twitch. The cocoon that you had seen previously, no longer here.
the cocoon that seemed to be throbbing with life prior?
Yes.
Oh.
Are there any signs of any elements of it, like something may have burst open from said cocoon?
You see not a shred, and so that would tell you, Ori, that it did not burst open.
Okay. It
Perhaps
is
it
relocated.
simply unwrapped.
Is that the wrapping that
You look
the
up.
tapestry is?
Make a, I'm going to say,
Insight?
yeah, make an insight check.
Hey, I like those.
Is everything okay?
Make a stealth check.
Hang on. Just don't worry too much about it. It's 23.
Okay.
Just don't worry too much.
With a 23, that was not here before. The fact that it was not here and now the cocoon is gone and it's there tells you that it's likely connected. But looking at this, knowing that, it still looks an awful lot like a really fucked up tapestry. And that makes you feel even more on edge. Ori, you have a bad history with tapestry.
Okay.
11.
With an 11, Minka says, Ori, is it safe? And it kind of out into
Always
the
the same. Always the same.
Does that alert anything? Like, the golem is probably still not
unresponsive,
reacting,
just
but
as it was before.
nothing with the tapestry?
The tapestry still, you see a little doll arm kind of twitch.
I'm gonna turn back to Minka.
You just hear like peering over the shield now. Like,
Okay.
It's a pretty narrow room. Right in front of you is the widest part of it, where the forge itself sits back a little bit into like a recessed space. The golem dominates the space between the forge and like a little workstation in front of it. It's pretty tight navigating, and you will walk directly under this tapestry if you walk through this room.
Like, no matter what, we have to pass under
Yes.
it. Okay. Okay, Minka. So, this next room, I'm gonna like not close the door,
Would a
but kind
visual
of like.
perspective be helpful?
I guess so. Fuck. So I'm gonna shut the door like lightly and kind of lean in front of it so that Minka can't look in and be like, "Okay, Minka. So we have been in this room before. Good news. You remember when we saw the golem and it didn't do anything, right? Good news.
yeah.
Slightly concerning news, but don't worry. Do not worry. But the cocoon is not there.
You are entering, you are kind of right there. Not in the hall yet.
There, a giant moth.
No, there is something up. Do not look up. I'm going to just say, let's just pass through and pretend like what's above us isn't there.
Oh, yes.
And you just don't look up, and I will make sure that if anything is up that's going to do anything to us, it doesn't. Okay?
Okay.
So, don't worry. Maybe close your eyes and
Minka, what are you
take my
thinking
hand.
about this plan?
I guess
And
it's gonna be like, I don't know if.
Is it? We've been. Look. It's okay. It's. Look. It's. How about this?
What if?
When I.
What if I hold the shield above us and we just run?
If that makes you feel better, you can do that. I would like to keep my vision available. I would like to see things when they come at me. So I will stay slightly ahead so that I can see. But if I need to, I'll have your shield right behind me.
Okay.
And you can stay under it and stay nice and safe, okay?
Okay.
And
What if we were both rats and we just ran through really fast?
I would prefer not, but if you want to be a rat, I guess I could put you in my pocket or something. If that would
No,
make...
that plan only works if we're both rats. She'll just kind of lift her shield, so it's kind of above her
Yeah,
also.
for sure.
Okay.
Okay. If
Okay.
you disappear, I'm gonna cry.
Here, take my hand.
I
I'm
have
not
to hold
going...
the shield.
How about this? When I would feel lonely sometimes, my sister would sing, and that would make me feel a little better. Maybe hum as we go and follow my lead, okay?
I thought you think it was being delicious.
We don't have to sing that one. And Ori's gonna grab Minka's hand and just start going into the room, very cautious of the stuff in the mouth.
10 out of 10.
And be like, okay, ready?
So a shield glowing because I'm around magic.
You hold this up, and as soon as you step foot into the room, the shield, this forge, certainly magical, this golem, pulsing with magic. And we'll get back to this in just a moment.
Oh, we got put over there!
I are bad children.
Oh man.
We made
Cheshire
it
and Alina.
through one room.
Here, I can take that, and we'll
I can move it to the
I was
side.
just gonna move it over. Yeah.
0 days since it's
You can move
We
it
got
to the
it. Yeah.
side.
somewhere
We were
to
doing
the
so
house.
well, we made it through the time room.
So, you now, Alina and Cheshire, make your way into, I believe,
It says the Crimson Tideway.
yeah, the Crimson Tideway. You fly, Cheshire, over this element of recessed blood. There is no other sort of path that you seem to be able to find here, and you make your way into the next space. Okay.
Book coop.
Oh, lovely.
Some of these names are so great. I don't want to enter the tickle pit though.
Absolutely not.
The door
I think
creaks
that was the one
open,
we were
and you instantly
heading towards.
smell hay and feathers and ink. The air is full of the sound of flapping and squawking, and instantly, before you can even see anything, there is a rush of feathers and paper that just around you, and can both you and Cheshire make dexterity saving throws, please.
Is it against a spell?
It is not.
Against a bunch of book birds.
It is against a bunch of books.
Sorry, Dex.
Yeah.
15 for me.
That is a success.
Hey.
30-20.
That is a success as well. Each of you dodges, throws yourself down on the ground as there is just the sound of chickens clucking over top. There is books that thump into you. There is a scratch of chicken legs. And as you look up and they kind of flutter away, you suddenly are able to behold this room much better. There are rows of oversized chicken coops that line the walls here, hang from the ceilings in the place where the room gets a little bit wider. Inside of them, you see many of these books now just kind of scuttering away. These are books with feathered wings. You see little wattles on some of them. You see beady eyes in some. And they just kind of into these various coops. You see there are runes and strings of garlic and ribbons and all little trinkets kind of hanging from coop to coop. You do see a few of these books perched outside the pens, but most have gone inside. Some of them watch you from this space, but with the feathers falling and little elements of paper falling, you do see on the far side of the space where the room narrows again, a large barn door painted red that looks like it could simply be pushed open.
I'm minor illusioning behind me the largest one of these book chickens I can possibly make.
Okay, I think it's pretty much a 3-foot tall book chicken, which is still pretty substantial.
3-foot tall book is
Trying to make it look intimidating.
Sure.
It's got big muscles.
Can I
Muscular
like
book
by
chicken.
being like, oh no, big book chicken.
I really sell it.
So with this big illusion of a chicken and by saying, oh, this big chicken, all of the chickens remain hidden in their coops. The hall still open in front of you, just feathers and pages kind of falling around in the debris.
Onward.
Alina's gonna be like, that was awesome. As we walk down, can Alina just kind of like look around? Are there any like titles that she can
Make
see
a perception
or
check,
whatever?
They're all giant.
12, I think. 12.
With the 12, yeah, everyone has a title. They're peculiar. You see things like skin clad. This particular book does appear to be made of human skin, though the wings are chickens. You see one that says Harvesting the Still Warm Soul. A little bit less inviting, that book. You see Ashes of the Unclean Word. You see Eggs That Remember. You see the conflagration of sermons. There are books that are less than positive, and that's most of what you see.
Okay. What is... Matt's eyes are doing something weird. All right. So because she doesn't see any book titled "This is how to get to the altar room," she's not going to touch any because she doesn't want to get attacked Zelda style by book chickens. So she'll follow Cheshire.
You follow Cheshire.
How to destroy the house you're in.
Make your way to the far way, and you open the doors.
Yes.
Okay, Cheshire, you push one. Alina, you push the other. The doors quietly swing open to reveal a massive enclosed rib cage that is over darkness. You can see broken bits in the middle where one of you almost fell through, where many of you, in fact, fell through. On the other end of this bridge, there is a wicker doorway with a greenish light that spills between the branches from whatever lay beyond.
Do you want to just fly through? This room is terrible.
Okay, you pick Cheshire up again, you pronk off and fly straight through.
Ronkety pronkety.
Are you opening that door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alina, make a dexterity saving throw, and Alina and Cheshire make dexterity saving throws at disadvantage.
Is it against the spell?
It is against a spell.
Ooh, that means I can go flat. That's exciting. Ooh, dirty 20.
That is a success.
Also dirty 20.
That is a success as well. As you open the door from beyond, you see this glowing glyph just into life right in front of the door and shoot a line of acid straight out. You do manage to throw yourself out of the way, taking only 12 points of acid damage, half to 6. And on the other end of this room, you see a very peculiar looking space. A hexagonal room. It is silent here. The floor is cold. You can see little bits of steam as the door opens kind of arrive as the two different temperatures touch. There are 6 incredibly ornate mirrors that float in a slow and steady circle, all facing each other in the center of the chamber, each one slightly warped and rimmed with these frames shaped like vines or bones or claws, each one slightly different. In the center of this room is a plinth with 2 things on them, a shard of broken mirror and words engraved in Sylvan. Okay.
I'm going to read those words.
So you walk over. As you near, you can see into the various mirrors there are different versions of you, Alina, and of Cheshire. You see all different sort of variations of yourselves. You see ones where you look angry, others where you look glad. But focusing on the plinth in the center, you see written in Sylvan the words, "You are not what you were. You are not what you seem. Choose the self that moves you forward or the self that earns you greed. One door opens, one door swallows. There is no other door in this room."
I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
So can I just, I don't know, look around at the mirrors and see if anything sparks joy for me.
You're looking for joy.
No, I'm looking around, seeing what resonates.
You look first at the mirror directly in front of you, a frame made from fractured birchwood you can see bound together with little bits of cloth. When you look at this, you can see this moment where you peered in the back of this cart in a small sort of box filled with salt. And just protruding from that salt, you see the tip of Billy's nose. You see yourself in a moment of trauma. You turn, you see another, now wearing the waistcoat of the Nightmare Rider, you see flames breathe behind you. You see yourself in power gained through pain. You see another version of yourself. This version almost completely green and just overwhelming with the forest. Though you are now a champion of the Fall Court, there is another world in which you may have been a champion of a different court. And you see this truth, this balance, slightly different in another form. You see another mirror where you are yet again performing in this eulogy tournament of Lord Artasis. You can see just kind of smudged images of the wandering hearts around you. You can see performance, this bard group, though a false identity in this moment. You see another version of you just wreathed in fire, a forest blackened and burning around you, and in the sixth mirror, you see that same visage, but the blackened trees sprouting new growth. You see each of these mirrors, and again, you look down at this inscription. Choose the self that moves you forward, or the self that earns you greed. One door opens, one swallows.
Alina looks at Cheshire and she's like, are you seeing this?
What do I see when I look in the mirrors?
When you look at these mirrors, Cheshire, you see a doll. You see a doll. You see a doll. Again and again and again, all that you see is a doll. For you, Alina, when you see Cheshire just kind of smudged on the mirror, nothing especially off or strange, a little bit different based on the context of where you appear. But for you, Cheshire, you see Alina in all these different forms.
We have to pick one?
I think so. Do I see any strings attached to any one of them in particular?
Make a perception check.
Not super great. 15?
With the 15, you can see there are strings that lead to all of them. You get the sense that stepping into any of these mirrors will lead you somewhere. But almost purposefully, magic has been woven into these to make them hard to magically sort of decipher between. But I would say you get the sense that there is likely more than one destination here.
Read the writing one more time.
Yeah. You look down and it says, you are not what you were. You are not what you seem. Choose the self that moves you forward or the self that earns you greed. One door opens, one swallows.
So Alina looks at the one that's the burn forest with the new growth.
Sure.
And she just points. And Alina says, I picked that one.
I think that's fair. My destiny seems to be set.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
I don't know, it's just... Man, this room. Okay, ready?
Huh?
Alina's gonna like hold out a hand, see if Cheshire will take it. Hell yeah. And then 3, 2, 1.
You
Mario.
There is no breaking of glass. It is liquid. And as you step through, it does have this kind of reverberation. And you step through into a ring of mirrors. You are right back to where you began.
You chose poorly.
Gotta say, that is unexpected. She's gonna look around like, has anything changed?
Nothing has changed. You still see the door that you stepped through, still open, and so you are not in a different version of this room. You are right back to where you began.
Can I do like an insight check or something? Like, why didn't that work?
I would say...
Arcana, maybe?
Alina, you read these words. Choose the self that moves you forward or the self that earns you greed, and you chose the self that is sort of the nicest. Maybe that has something to do with it. But you feel that there is perhaps a path that you need to follow here, and you have not taken the right one.
Self that moves you forward or the self that what? Greed?
You are not what you were. You are not what you seem. Choose the self that moves you forward or the self that earns you greed.
Okay, and what are the 6? So there's Billy, Dead Billy.
There's Dead Billy. There's the waistcoat of the Nightmare Rider. There is this kind of
Super green.
super green spring court sort of Alanna. There is a version of you kind of performing as part of the Wandering Hearts. There is the version of you with blackened trees, just the fire pushed to the nth degree, and then a version that is similar to that, but with growth and renewal, and that is what you had picked first.
Well, the thing that's moved me forward most of this time has been trying to help Billy. Trauma 1.
You grab Cheshire's hand and you step through the mirror that shows the image of you in front of Billy's casket. And as you step through that, you find yourself in the same ring of mirrors. But Alanna, you notice very quickly the door is not behind you.
Oh!
And the mirror that you just stepped through is blank. It is just a piece of metal, barely reflective, almost like frosted.
Did the door move somewhere?
You
said
don't
the door wasn't behind.
It's gone. It just looks like blank wall.
So now there's no doors leading out of this room?
Correct.
Same room, except the one I just came from is blank now.
The mirror
The
that you
mirror.
just came through is blank, and the door that you had entered from is gone.
Alina's gonna look helplessly at Cheshire like,
What does detect magic get me?
You detect magic, and as you do this, only 2 of these mirrors glow. The 3rd one and the 6th one.
Those 2 are either the way forward or the way back.
okay, and which are the...
Super
Number 6
green.
and number 3.
Deathbringer.
I like those titles, but it is the one that seems to be more about truth and self-awareness, and the one that is the one that you already chose and hadn't been the correct one.
Oh, okay. Truth and self-awareness it is then.
You step through 3, pushing past this version of yourself with the waistcoat of the Nightmare Rider, with the sort of green, verdant, almost... You're wearing items and clothing that are unlike anything that you've seen, almost certainly from the Feywild. But you walk through there and you find yourself in the same ring of mirrors. But the mirror you came through first and the one that you just stepped through are frosted over, and you can feel an energy in the air. Cheshire, detect magic still up?
Mm-hmm.
The 6th mirror is the only one now that glows.
Oh. One more.
Okay.
And that's the one you've already walked through?
Correct.
Okay.
Maybe had to do them in an order. Okay. Hop.
As you step through that one, Alanna, you recognize you are not what you were. You are no longer a person helpless to save the people who you have lost. You are no longer what you seem. Just this carefree satyr who spawns from the revelry of the thorn, who just drinks and parties. You have chosen something that moves you forward. And while there is great pain with that, by continuing to move forward, not just through the things that seem prettiest, but also through the trauma, also through these things that are less joyful, you can find your way. And in fact, as you step through that final mirror, you emerge into a hallway. I believe into a very familiar hallway, in fact. As you kind of stumble out, the door opens in front of you somewhat forcibly, and as you look behind you, you can see into the mirror room now. I would say Alanna and Cheshire, make a perception check in this moment.
16.
Okay.
22.
Cheshire, for just a moment, looking into these mirrors, you feel like there is another path hidden here. But you have walked through in the manner in which you are trying to, at least. And you find yourself within a green hallway. with a dull olive green carpet, threadbare in places. You've been here before. You see little Minka chalk marks along the wall. Actually, several. You've been here 3 times now. You see the overstuffed green chairs in the center of the hall on the right-hand side.
And Billy and Bellis.
And Billy and Bellis.
Oh, because you guys went through the door.
Yeah. So opening those, all of you have now found yourselves in this very narrow hall.
Alina, like, just like still holding Cheshire's hand, is like, "Thank you, Cheshire." And then seeing Billy,
Oh,
she's
thank
gonna.
you.
Switched hands.
Couldn't
No,
have gotten
she's-
through without you.
Yeah, but you. Okay. That's Billy. I'm gonna. And then she like runs at Billy and like gives her the biggest.
And they
What am
were
I, chopped
roommates.
I just said thank you.
Thank you, but I don't need to go see my girlfriend.
You
We're
all
roommates!
kind of open the doors on either side of this space simultaneously and find yourselves in this green hallway. You've been here previously.
I look down the hall that we just come from.
Yeah.
Does it seem... Are all the doors kind of still open and kind of see all the way down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's good. Hi.
Hi. You're going the wrong way.
What?
We just came from. We started with like an oven dude. Yeah. Oh, we know that already.
How do you know we're going the wrong way?
Because we're going the right way.
How do you know you're going the right way?
Because of a dude. And mirrors.
I don't think we can go back the way we came.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Oh.
But, a little different.
Okay.
You think
Spicy version.
Where do you?
you think Ori and Minka are the way we came from?
Hands on head. Don't talk to the pickle witch.
Wait. Before we go, the oven said that the cushions, something about the cushions, and she's gonna go look at cushions.
Okay. So you go over to the
This one
only
is
chair
nice.
in
Yeah.
the hall
And she's like,
and you pry open this cushion.
Yeah.
Within Green Hallway A, you lift this open and you actually note that as you pull this off, opposite you, it is like a cushion falls off a chair, and you are looking with vertigo up at a ceiling very much like the room that you are in now.
ah,
But not quite. This room, you can see the candlelight here seems to flicker in reverse.
ah. And Alina's just like, ah.
Ah!
And-
There's a lot of that for a while, and then
Is that...
Yes.
I see. Never mind. What were you going to say?
You imagine that going through this space will lead you to a different green hallway.
Do we?
Do it, do it, do
Well,
it, do it.
you can fly.
I can fly.
Just fly in and
Okay.
then fly back out.
Are we?
Why
okay.
would we go in there? if
Test it.
We think that Minka and
Why
Ori
are
are
you such
that
a
way.
buzzkill?
You're the one who said it. That they
Test
are that way.
They are.
Well,
What if they're in
So
there?
why aren't we trying to find them?
Because they might be in there.
Alina's gonna just, while flying, flip upside down so that she can poke her head like up into the room and just look around.
You
Just
poke
the
your head, and
Just
you
the-
can see little Minka chalk marks on one side. You see the candlelight flickering in reverse. You see the chair by the furthest door away from you, kind of closer to the north. In fact, Alina, when you poke your head out, you poke your head out right here.
Oh. Do I mean, I don't know the map, but
Yeah, I don't
That
think
door's
any
open.
of us know.
well,
the
no, but what
map.
I mean is like, do I have the sense that this is like a forward progression?
You have the sense that it moves you further throughout the house. Without the map, you don't know exactly where this puts you.
All those doors are open, so she can see through.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
Oh!
So it still doesn't tell, well, you can't see yourself, and so that would tell you that at least you're
Wouldn't I
further
see my
away.
legs
I was looking
poking
down the
out?
hallway, so I'm not sure if I have line of
Yeah,
sight.
you would. Yeah, absolutely, you would.
So Alina like wiggles her legs, and then she pops back out, and she's like, "Did you guys leave all those doors open?"
Yeah.
I think this is just like several rooms down because I could see my little legs.
Billy like attempts to crawl through.
Same thing for you, and it's a weird feeling when you get right to the midline, you're being pulled in like two different directions, kind of, so it's a little bit disjointing, but yeah, as you kind of floss between the rooms, you crawl out and you emerge into the space.
I think you're right, Cheshire. Alice, I think this is just skipping some of what you've already done.
Don't talk to the pickle witch!
Oh, I see. They both go that way.
You guys met a pickle witch?
This is how I imagine the fish
This is Sorkening. Alina's like climbing through and like over her shoulder.
Oh yeah.
She's like, what pickle
Why
witch?
did you need those fairy eyes for true sight from the pickle witch?
Pickle and matron.
Do you do you think
Yes,
we'll
they
need-
true sight. Weird. They do fairy sight. It's different.
You
Okay,
make
just be
your
careful
way-
with those because there's a cost to use those for true sight or fairy sight, as you say.
It's very on brand.
You make your way one by one through the cushions.
We have true sight at home.
You all emerge into this green hallway. You can see there is a doorway close to the armchair. There is also another doorway that is open that you have all passed through before.
Is there another chair?
There is not.
Okay.
I walk to the door and open it.
You walk to the door and you open it.
Oh, I don't want to be. Cara can see what this room is. Billy doesn't.
It's the tickle pit.
You push open
Nothing
this
but
wooden
laughter.
door, and you are met with a wave of warmth and little childish giggles. You see a round stone pit stretching about 30 feet across, sunken into the floor like a little coliseum. The pit itself filled to the brim with fluffy, iridescent feathers that, as you open the door, kind of flutter here. There is above the bed and kind of suffusing the elements within a thick, syrupy fog that even at a distance you can kind of smell sugar and honey and just something a little bit more rotten underneath. You can smell the sweetness of whatever that is kind of mixing with laughter. On the far side of the room, you do see a door.
This isn't the tongue room, right?
This is not.
Tickle pit.
It's the tickle pit.
Yeah, but it smells like the tongue room. Doesn't it smell like the tongue room?
Does it smell like the tongue room?
There are
What's the tongue
elements
room?
that are not dissimilar. The tongue room did
You were in the
smell
tongue
a
room.
little bit
With
like
the
honey.
jars?
There's a similar sweetness to it.
The tongue is one of them was talking, right?
I don't like this room. You guys want to just...
Oh, I don't see Minka and Ori in here, so we should just continue on. We should hurry. Minka's probably panicking by now.
You make your way through.
Covered in Xanax.
You make your way through.
Honestly, I really hope she doesn't find rocks.
Alina would fly while still carrying Cheshire, but then look back. and
Billy would wade through the web.
Alina's like, you don't have to do... Okay.
You fly through with Billy kind of shuffling through a little bit more ponderously. And you make your way to the far door. Are you opening it?
Yeah.
Was the pit tickly?
You're not walking through the pit, are you?
Billy has to.
Oh, Billy, you're walking through the pit.
But Alina
I mean, I'm
was
also
like,
walking.
you don't have to do
Billy and
that.
Valis are walking through.
Billy and Valis, make wisdom saving throws, please. You walk through the pit. There's this little elements of this fermentation fog.
+4 or +5 now?
+5.
Damn.
What am I at for my wisdom save throws? Cool. 15.
22.
That is a success. That is a failure.
Of course
Billy,
it is.
You immediately, as you step in, you take a deep breath, you smell honey, you smell rotting things, and you start to giggle. And then you start to laugh. Billy, you fall prone, kind of swallowed by elements of this kind of cloth and stuffed animals, yes?
Can I react? And if I see her try to giggle and essentially fall, can I try to grab her and just carry her to the other side?
Easy enough. You grab Billy and you carry Billy to the other side. Still giggling. Billy, make a wisdom saving throw. Billy, you continue to cackle and laugh, and Valis, you notice as this happens, the fog like tendrils into Billy's nose, into the corners of Billy's eyes. Billy, you take only 9 points of psychic damage, and you become stunned. The only bits are just little bits of laughter. Yes, Valis.
Do I think that this is from a spell?
For free, I would say, I would say not. You didn't see anything get cast. There is this fog, and that could be environmental or magic. Billy, make another wisdom saving throw.
How far am I from... how far am I from the end?
You only have about 15 feet until you can get to the doorway.
All right, I'm just going to face step her to the end
Okay.
because she is not doing
Excellent.
well
22.
here.
With a 22, you succeed on the most important of these saving throws. On a third failure, you would have fallen unconscious with this smile frozen upon your face. You would not have been able to be affected by inspiration nor give it, and you would have suffered disadvantage on charisma checks until you complete a greater restoration or remove curse. But Billy, with Valis face stepping you across, it is like you are able to gasp real air for just a moment, and that pulls you through this fit of laughter. You blink back into consciousness, and you are on the other side of the space.
You okay?
Alina's gonna wave her hex wine in front of her.
I'm also going to do the
Not
same thing.
currently cursed.
Nice.
But you
She
are.
was holding
But yeah.
the hex wine,
Oh,
though.
Alina is cursed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if she was
It's
holding the
glowing
hex wine
because
and waving
you're
it, would it
cursed.
not?
Yeah, but
but
not
I'm
additionally in
doing,
front
like,
of you.
yeah.
Yeah. Like getting further
Alina's
away,
like,
it still glows, but a little bit
I'm
less.
stupid.
Alina, are you cursed?
Yeah, she mentioned that, but what is that about?
I
She's
wanted to
practicing.
skip a riddle.
What
Don't
was the
skip the riddle.
What was the riddle?
I don't know.
Out of character. You don't know.
Look, Alina is just as bad at riddles as Hannah is, okay? Alina's like, oh yeah, remove curse.
And the curse is removed. It is just a curse.
You just left that on for fun?
Well, I thought maybe I could write it out.
You know,
There is a
Dramatic
doorway
effect.
directly in front of all of you. Valis swings it open, and you see the rich velvet drapes lining the walls of a room called the Velvet Maw. You have been here before.
I might not
have
have.
already cleared. Oh, you have not been here. But for the rest of you, you have already cleared elements of the sort of creatures here away. Whether you knew that you did that or not, I can't remember, but you did damage the maw worms. There is no danger in this space. It is just an ominous kind of flapping room.
Oh yeah.
I walked
can
through the
make your way.
flapping room and opened the door.
Easy enough. And before we roll for initiative, as Ori and Minka, a full hour passed as you crossed through that hourglass chasm,
Nice.
allowing for the party to catch up just
Nice.
as you enter.
Oh,
Inspired.
guys, we
Before
did
we
it.
roll for initiative. We're going to step away for a quick break. Thank you for joining us for D&D. There will be a timer on your screen, and we will be back at the end of it. And welcome back. It's just you and me for a second. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. If you did, if not, we are playing D&D. You know, it's not often that you and I get to spend some time together. We're back.
There was cheese.
There was
so much
cheese. It's
cheese.
really good cheese, too.
Also,
to be
you
fair.
could have made the stream watch the adorable way that Alanna gets into her chair. And just to climb over it like a little monkey.
I'm so mad that I can't remember his name.
Cheese.
No.
Oven guy?
No. Number 1, Jean Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard?
He's number 1.
Riker.
Oh,
It's
he's
the
number
Riker
one.
Sid.
Riker, absolutely.
So, all of you have now made your way into the Needle Forge, and you, most of the Wandering Hearts, open the door to see Minka, eyes closed, shield above her head, being led by Ori as this tapestry with stitched together pieces of doll, flesh, and cloth begins to fall down.
Oh.
And I need everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative.
With my preparation, can I avoid prevent Minka from getting hit by this thing if it comes in?
No.
Okay.
Always worth asking.
Don't worry, I'm beefier than I look.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Minka and Valis.
Yeah.
This so that I can...
I don't know
She's
how.
been doing push-ups during the long rest with Valis.
Well, Billy and Ori have their emo time. Valis and Minka have just been off lifting weights.
There you go.
Oh, we're both wearing sleeves. Damn.
It's a shame because
You can't see Alanna and Vincent's guns. They are guns.
They are
and they do. It's like
ordnance.
Valis and Minka and also Vincent and Alanna.
Yeah.
We just become our characters over time. So,
I've always been an emo bitch.
That's why Alina never walks anywhere.
I've always been
anybody
British.
natural 20. I've always been British.
Matt just does a really good American accent.
Anybody 25 to 20.
Nope.
Okay, give me 1 second.
This is embarrassing for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's real
All
embarrassing.
right, 20 to 15.
19.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, I guess mine is 15. Sorry, math.
Okay. 15 for Ori.
Also, we just got another plus.
17. This guy. All right. Anybody 15 to 10?
10.
10 for Cheshire.
That's sad, guys.
All
Wait.
right, 10 to 5.
What?
5.
7!
9.
I thought mine was
Okay,
bad.
9 for Valis, 7 for Billy, and then we have at the very end of time over here, Alina. So the way that this works out, the Mother's Quilt will start, followed by Minka, then the Iron Golem, then Ori, then Cheshire, then Valis, then Billy, and then Alina all the way at the end. So we're going to start with the Mother's Quilt. This creature flops out. You can see these huge parts of this, what looked almost like a tapestry spread wide like wings. You can see the doll limbs become arms on the very end. You can see one leg kind of stitched down, another almost like a rolled carpet of flesh touch the ground. And this creature you saw almost indistinguishable from a tapestry, now a sentient creature. The air around it hums with magic. And let's see.
Did it get into base contact with me?
It is, yes, currently getting into base contact.
Reaction brace. I'm going to make an attack when it enters my range.
So this is a surprise round. Give me 1 second here for reaction brace.
It's one of my combat maneuvers.
Yeah, I just want to see how it indicates.
I think surprise rounds
Yeah, and
by default go first.
You do not get the reaction on the surprise round.
Gotcha.
So it drops in. It is going to make a single needle lash attack. As it comes down, you kind of ready to brace, but this creature just drops, and you can see a single bit of it just unravel and a silvery bit through the air and go towards you. Ori, does a 21 hit?
Yes, that's a hit.
All right. Give me 1 second. As this needle hits, it pierces through the skin of your arm, and that at first doesn't feel as if it does much damage, but it sure does.
Oh, boy.
That is going to be 32 points of piercing damage, nearly max damage as this single needle carries through a thread that gets increasingly wider and wider until the skin just snaps.
Ow.
You are cut open, and you take an additional 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of necrotic damage.
11, you said?
Yes.
I just don't have a reaction, right?
Correct. And then can you make a strength saving throw, please?
Oh, God, I guess so.
You
Jeez. We don't like strength saves in this town.
listen. If we
No
had our
dancing or
reactions-
strength saves.
Oh, we really don't like that. That's, an 8.
This needle straight through your body, it continues to go out and then hooks and turns, and in an instant it accelerates and ties around your arms, your legs. It binds you tight, and Ori, you are restrained
Damn, tapestried again.
until the end of your next turn.
Damn.
Alice wasn't even
is
there for
its
that. He just
surprise
knows.
round. That brings us into combat. Minka, what would you like to do?
Okay, so first things first. I will in fact open my eyes and see the horrors and behold.
You just hear, oh! Ah! Oh!
I'm going to channel the chalice.
Okay.
And see that Ori just got absolutely shredded next to me. The bad kind of shredded.
Not the cool, sexy kind.
Okay.
We're back to handsome Ori.
It's horrid. He is restrained. So I see that this do these look like magical restraints?
Certainly.
Definitely magical. Okay.
Minka right next to
Question.
you, Ori completely stitched through.
Yeah. Do I believe? Okay, so the way that freedom of movement is worded, I think it'll still work. Okay. Mika's gonna reach out and grab Ori's arm and cast freedom of movement upon him.
Can you make a spellcasting ability check, please?
Oh, to see if it hits me or the
You
thing
can
that I'm now
feel the
stitched
air
to.
around this creature hum with magic in a way that is unlike anything that you've been around before.
So D20 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, is it gonna puppeteer me now that I'm stitched into
That's
Classic Ori.
terrible.
it? Damn.
Sub 10.
You cast freedom of movement, and as it leaves your mouth, you can see it touches the elements of thread that hang off this creature, and you see your spell just dispersed, as if by counterspell, almost ripped to shreds by these threads that move through the space, and your magic does not work.
Ooh, I will use my bonus action to be like, to just panic, actually. I was gonna see if I could, like, articulate something that would, like, be able to, like, communicate that the magic's not really working. But the words aren't coming, so instead she kind of reaches out, grabs Ori's arm, going,
No problem. Anything else?
That was my action, my bonus action, and I will not move because I don't want to leave Ori behind here.
There you go. No
You
Ori
probably
left
can.
behind. That is your
Reaction,
turn,
or it'd
Minka.
be like, run!
At the end of your turn with this scream, suddenly you can see there is just vaguely an eyeless sort of face on the front of this creature. Behind, you all see suddenly the center of this creature spin. You see different masks and faces kind of spin along, and then all of a sudden you see a porcelain mask turn and face all of you. This creature is going to use a legendary action at the end of Minka's turn to use skittering limbs. You see these doll limbs move down from this creature, and it carries itself across, provoking no attacks of opportunity.
Which creature?
Oh, I forgot to roll.
This creature. And ends up right here.
Hello. How are you?
That is its legendary action at the end of Minka's turn. That brings us to the Iron Golem. At the very far end of this room, you see this massive creature lifting these huge bellows. Aside from that, they are at work. They are working this forge in the back, and they seem content to do that so far as you all leave them alone.
Nice.
So they continue to lift the bellows. That brings us to Ori. Cheshire, you are on
I
deck.
think we need to destroy it.
Ori, you are restrained. You can feel this needle and thread kind of piercing your body and wrapped around you. What do you want to do?
I am restrained, so I can't move, but I can do everything else, right?
Yeah, you budge your arms. You can feel the thread already loosening. At the end of your turn, you imagine you'll be free. But for this moment, you are restrained. You can still do other things.
Okay, I think this actually doesn't really matter for me because I'm going to use my bonus action steady aim, which will give me advantage on my attacks, provided I don't move.
Yep, so you roll flat.
So I roll flat, and I'm just going to, like, in my fucking restrained state, pull out one of the daggers and fling it at it.
Okay, it's a tough throw, but anything is possible. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
And it is a flat roll. I'm going to use
roll.
that one because that one's fucking.
They're not all going to be winners.
I mean, it was good.
This one's not going to fuck.
Why
would
one
you
is
say
not
that?
going to fuck me hard.
Why would you say that aloud?
Right.
You forgot to say it gently.
One.
Nice. You are restrained. You fling this dagger and just right into your foot. You take no damage from it. It goes straight between your toes.
Embarrassing.
Never mind. I was wondering if my reliable talent, but it's for ability checks.
Yeah, for ability
only.
checks.
Unfortunately.
Anything else, Ori?
That would be
Did I take damage from that or just
did not,
pride?
no,
Okay,
just
Pride, damn it.
cool. That's bonus action.
Oh, you dropped this.
That's
Here.
it for me.
At the end of your turn, at this little cling of the dagger hitting the ground, this creature's carousel of faces spins wildly, and you can see a mass of hanging loose skin. The mouth tears open, and it at you, and it pulls the thread, and using its last two legendary actions, it is going to toss the puppet. Can you... Oh, no. You don't have to do anything. You're tossed 20 feet.
Oh,
They are going to
I'm the puppet.
into the iron golem.
Is this a damaging effect?
Yes.
Into the iron golem.
Oh, no.
I'm going to use my new reaction
Okay.
that I just got called Soothe Pain. When a creature within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to reduce that damage by 1d10 plus 5.
Excellent. I love that.
Also, question: does this
Yes.
count as an attack?
This is not an attack. This is a legendary action.
And am I no longer restrained
You are no longer restrained at the end of this.
at the end of this? Okay, so not the end of my turn.
Ori, you do take... Oh, no, at the end of your turn. That's true. And that means that it cannot toss you like a puppet. So, rewinding that, putting you right back over.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
As a legendary action,
Thank you for not throwing me.
it will
Thank
do
you.
nothing.
No, thank you.
Oh, that was
That is
almost
the end
really
of your
bad.
turn.
Yeah.
That
challenger
brings
almost
us
approached.
to Cheshire.
Nope. So unsettling words, and can I have a charisma saving throw as that's banishment?
Is it unsettling for us or for the...
-8.
So unsettling words bonus action, right?
Correct.
And then for unsettling words, give me 1 second here. Because... okay. It's a D6?
It increases with my.
Oh, what is
bardic.
it?
I spend a bardic die. I have a D12.
D12, okay.
So you're subtracting 8.
Subtracting 8. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. And then it's banishment.
Correct. It is a charisma saving throw.
Moment here.
The guy with a bunch of faces is good at charisma.
No.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. All the faces are like, ah.
I mean, charisma
That is
cool.
going to be, for charisma, a
Extra
19.
ugly.
-8.
Minus 8, so an 11.
Ooh.
That is a failure.
You... Oh,
Damn.
gotta be fair here. Can you make a spell check, or an ability, or a check using your...
Spellcast.
Spellcasting
Casting
ability.
ability.
With pleasure.
Certainly, that's not going to be a bad
I
roll.
rolled an 18. With proficiency, that would be a 28.
With a 28, you are able to, even through the threads of unmaking, cast this spell. You cast Banishment, and all at once you see this creature disappear.
Hell yeah.
Nope. That is my turn.
In this moment, this creature is gone, and you know with Banishment, it will be gone for approximately 1 minute. Are you remaining in this room for that time?
Alina's not. Alina's like, oh my god, you guys, I don't want to stay in this room. Thank you, Cheshire.
I know where the altar is.
The Iron Golem, the bellows, and
Lead the way, lead the way.
bellows out. Yes?
Are there any jars on the shelf?
There are no jars, there are just needles all over the place. Dozens of different kinds of needles here.
We'll talk on the way. Let's get out of here.
You're making your way out.
Close the door. Close the door.
Back towards the hourglass corridor.
You rush
In
back
our
out towards the hourglass corridor.
Because having looked at the map, Ori would know, and being able to read Sylvan, Ori would know which one was the altar that we need to get to, I think. Or
At the very
based
least,
on the names, at least, would have a sense of, like, where they've been on this side.
Yeah.
Which I think Ori, like, given the proximity and how close they got to us in as short amount of time as passed for me and Minka.
Yeah, with your feature especially, you recognize that the time doesn't really line up from what you saw unless...
Because, like, they
Not
had
even-
been,
even at
their
a
blips
full-
had been, like, all the way over here.
Even at a full sprint, they shouldn't have been able to catch up with you that quickly.
So, like, Ori would put that together. So, would I then be able to remember that the altar is, like, down this way and kind of at least
If you
how to
see a
get
room
back
that
to-
says altar on it, then yes. you
Or
can
I guess
remember that.
how to at least get back to the heart room. It's
Yeah,
just
of course,
straight
yeah.
through there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, very easy.
so yeah,
You left the
pass through
doors
there.
open, right?
We left the doors
Yes.
on our
So
way.
you can see as you get around this corner, you can see through this hourglass chamber. You can hear the sound coming down. You can see that clockwork heart.
All right, it's going to take us about an hour or so through here.
What?
Yeah, we were actually only through this one room. You were all the way. You'll see when we get through. We found the heart.
Is there a green hallway in between here and there?
No,
Can't remember.
On the other side.
it is opposite.
Are you saying that time moves slower in this room?
Yes, this one was
Then let's-
called the
then let's go quickly.
hourglass corridor.
Wait.
Okay.
Then let's go quickly.
You
Yes.
do, Cheshire, feel banishment and very quick. And you imagine time is passing a little quicker. You hustle your way across
yeah.
this space.
After like 10 seconds, Alina's flight ends and she drops it and she's like, oh man.
You make your way across quickly. An hour passes, though it feels like just seconds. And on the other end, you emerge into the clockwork heart.
Is it the same as when they left it?
It is the same. You can still see the map, though a little bit different in that the lights clustered much more centrally.
Look, see, where all of these lights here, and you were all over in this area. So I think the only other way to explore is this direction.
Billy's just like
Assuming
staring
that-
at the giant heart.
The area that was this one was the Screams Gallery,
Screaming
the
Gallery.
room that we definitely felt a gallery of screams in.
Billy, you look at this
Room
heart.
that conquered us twice.
Is there anything that you are doing with it?
Is this the thing that Billy tried to scry?
You had seen this at one point when you had scried something. You had tried to scry something within this room, certainly.
Billy's gonna kind of like walk around the edge of it. Is there any way to get above it?
Yeah, you can see the map kind of floats up above it, but there's a kind of like a central platform that the map is above. There are some glyphs that seem to be arcane runes that are projecting this imagery up. You can see runes that actually are burnt out and indicate that at one point, the person standing at this map would have been able to physically move the rooms by moving these kind of projected images. But yeah, you can walk up there.
So Minka thinks that it's broken.
Oh, it's definitely broken.
I walk. Go ahead. Were you about to say something?
Minka thinks that it's broken.
I walk to the heart and I put my hand on it, and I
Petting Minka's head.
use lay on hands.
Valis,
to just
what
heal
are
it a
you
little
doing?
bit.
As you go to put your hands, you hear in your mind, Valis, wait! Do not be so hasty with this. This is a mythal Valis who is a friend. There are not but a few left in Alberon.
A what?
A mythal Valis.
Oh, he's talking to his
An
guy.
artifact of untold magical power.
Hey, Valis.
Why do you have a sudden urge to go touch everything?
Also,
Right?
are you hearing things again?
Well, yeah, the house is breaking apart, and we don't want it to break apart while we're here. So I was gonna heal a little bit, but Javaris just told me to stop and not to be so hasty. He said that this is a
Smart.
mythal.
Yes, a mythal Valis. A mythal is a massive, arcane engine.
Hey, Valis.
We know not who created them, but they are intensely powerful.
Hey, Valis.
Yes. Sorry, a mythal is a strong,
No,
vastly
no.
strong arcane engine.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was gonna ask.
Hold on. Wait.
Has Javaris always just randomly started talking to you?
Has Javaris initiated conversation with me before? Because I remember yes, but now that I'm thinking back.
Once ever before did he have something to say in the Austenlock. Traditionally, he keeps pretty quiet. He's been much more talkative. For
He's
sure.
been more talkative than
Increased.
usual, but
That seems bad.
well, I mean, you kind of left me alone in a room for an hour with no one to talk to, so I've been talking to him.
Are you okay, by the
What
way?
has he been
Hungry?
asking? Telling.
Well, he just told me that this
Right,
is a
the
mythal,
mythal.
which is a
And
immensely
or
powerful
you actually
arcane engine.
studied mythals, specifically studied mythals because mythals are one of the very few things that are known to grant people magic innately, almost. And Ori, there's only one documented one that is very carefully kept a secret, the exact location of which unsure even to your father, who spent a lot of money looking for it. But in the continent, probably appropriately called Mythalstream, there is one buried beneath the ground somewhere that is immensely powerful and is said to shape the very continent itself.
Ah. This is a very powerful thing that we have found.
It's
so you were
a
listening.
heart
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually
and
studied
made
these.
out of clockwork.
Yeah.
Can we focus a little bit on the fact that Valis is talking to Javaris and he's having him do things?
Well,
I've always
Well,
talked to Javaris.
wait, can we do one thing at a time? Because, Ori, that sounds really interesting. And also, while we're talking, should we, do a little rest while we talk?
we need to keep moving, I think. We're very close.
Does anyone need to rest?
I mean, I guess I'm okay.
Do you look hurt?
I look about half hurt.
Well, okay. How far away is where we have to go? I can't read this map.
Sure.
Here, while we're in
We
here,
have Ori just point to where he thinks the.
Well, I have
only
to
way I
actually
can read it,
read
except
them
Which way are you trying to go?
down this
one person who
hallway.
did-
So I believe that particular hall is the ticking vein.
Yeah, the ticking
So the
vein.
ticking vein leads to the donation chamber. The donation chamber leads to the vertebral hall, which leads, of course, to the frog choir room, which leads to the skull lantern hall, which then links to the dream cellar, the glass garden, the visitor's parlor, the hallway of teeth, the menagerie of eyes, the howling hallway, the bathroom,
I'll buy you.
a green hallway, the hollow garden, the breathing tunnel, the raven's roost, the frozen threadway, the dollmaker's closet, the 1,000-step stair, the ledger vault, and at the end of all of it, conspicuously at the end, is the throne of walking wood.
So it's a throne, not an altar, I would assume, based on at least what the map is saying. None of them really... All of them sound pretty terrible. I think we've been through a lot of them already based on the names, but probably not the throne, which is also probably where you would take control, as it were.
Did you say the names out loud?
Yeah, I would probably be like, so we're here in the heart, and we need to pass through this
No.
blah, 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 blah,
We've
blah, blah.
definitely been to the bathroom.
Well, first of all, we could probably just go through a couple of the cushions and skip a bunch of these. But also...
What?
Valis.
Yes. Should we try to heal the house a little bit so it
No.
doesn't crack while we're in it?
I don't think.
Oh, we shouldn't?
So it
No.
might be a construct.
It is a construct.
Right, it's not
You.
a creature.
Oh, right. Magic doesn't work on constructs.
It's a
Right.
mythal. You said it yourself. Do you not... It's...
Mending does.
Well, that item is a mythal powering the house, but the house is getting damaged. So I thought it'd be
Right,
one and
but-
the same.
You can't lay on hands for a building. I even know that. I'm not the one who...
Well,
did
the
it.
Just
building
gonna
seems
hold
to
a
be a
mending.
living being.
No.
With no intent of actually touching the wall.
Sure.
Just...
Things aren't always as they seem.
Lay on hands on the floor.
No!
Does anything seem to happen?
Nothing happens. You do not deplete your pool.
Good.
And that tells you that this is not a creature in that sense of the
Oh,
word.
Yeah.
you're right, Ori.
It is something altogether more terrible that I don't think it could classify as a creature in the typical sense.
I have a feeling this is beyond all of us.
There is dark magic here being powered by a very, very powerful engine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we do
that
know
one.
I would very much like
Yes.
to talk about the fact that Javaris is asking Valis to do things. Show them your plant, Valis!
Oh! While I was waiting in the garden, Javaris helped me.
It's a
Pick
lovely
this
color
flower.
blue.
It's the midnight blue orchid.
Have I ever heard this before?
Has anyone ever heard of
Check.
these?
Anybody who wants to. Make a
Do I get my thing?
No.
So many numbers.
That is... Yeah.
I thought it might come in handy.
25.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
17 over here.
I got I think I got a dirty 20. Damn, Ori studied that week. 19.
It's a whole week you learned about
You
mythals and
don't
midnight
necessarily know
orchids.
exactly what this is with the 19. With the 17, I would say even less. With the 25, this is Graves Bloom. This grows in the Shadowfell. It is something that does emit a faintly necrotic aura when it's alive. This has been picked and is no longer such. It grows off of desecrated remains, typically.
See
Healing-
that face?
and you
That is
actually
the
know-
face!
Healing effects around this thing, with Valis holding it, will probably be about half as effective. And
If it were alive or in general?
if it were alive,
Okay.
it being dead is helping
is
all
it
of
dead?
you a little bit. Well, it's a picked flower, so
You
it's
plucked it. It starts.
But I thought I picked it.
You got
Oh,
the
that's
wall.
true, 20.
That's true.
Yeah.
So yes, that
He
will
did
be
the
occurring.
Wally boot thing.
You also would know that with a
Repotting.
25, this bloom is often used in rituals that involve ghost summoning or soul binding.
Ah.
See, that's the face.
Okay.
It can
Wow.
be turned into an anti-undead unbuff or like debuff kind of thing.
Okay, I have good news and bad news. Good news is that it will probably not kill us immediately.
Well, that's
Other
generally
good news is that if we were skilled enough, we could probably figure out a way to make it dead things.
Okay, so
Unfortunately, while you have it, healing's not going to work that well because it's kind of necrotic in nature, and it grows off of desecrated graves.
You picked the no healing flower and brought it along.
right, but it can produce.
If we
Beneficial.
were good at that,
Well,
Billy
maybe.
might be able to, but I definitely can't.
Can I lay on hands
What
the dirt that it's
happened?
on? And undesecrated? I don't know.
It's the plant.
No, it's a different spell.
It's been
Again, lay on hands does nothing. Kind of.
it's been
So maybe
grown with
Even if
this,
we
the
had
desecrated
the time to do that, I don't think we have the equipment.
maybe a holy pot.
Can
but
we
it's
just
just a
put it down?
I don't see why you're so suspicious suddenly of Javaris because of a plant.
He has been very helpful.
It's not the plant. It's the fact that all of a sudden Javaris is very talkative inside of a house that we think might have a brain.
Has
Well-
he ever told you to do anything before, Valis?
Doesn't.
I don't remember.
He once told you to lean closer so you could read something, but outside of that, not really.
Yeah, he did do that once. Told me to lean closer so I could.
Oh my
something.
goodness, what a monster.
Well,
I don't remember if he told me to pick the flower or if I just wanted to, and he knew that and knew that I needed some help.
But do you think it's reasonable to believe that he knew what the flower would do?
Well, I
Well,
don't think
he
that
knows
matters.
Valis,
because
in your
Well,
mind,
of course
you
it
hear
matters because the flower
Javaris.
hurts us.
And Javaris says,
Of course, I know what the flower does, Valis, who is a friend. It could restore my body, amongst other components.
Oh. So Javaris just told me, and I say that.
See, that actually makes sense and is not really nefarious.
It's a little manipulative because
Well, he
now
just outright told him.
but we can't heal when this flower is around. Am I misunderstanding something
we put
here?
it-
can heal, just not an immediately, not as well.
Can we put it in the bag of holding, and with that kind
It
of...
will probably not survive very long in there if we want to keep it alive. But what if we find a pot and we put it in the pot and then we leave it there and then when we're ready we come back for it?
it's a possibility for sure. Or a possibility.
Mm.
I don't know.
The rooms are still, and at the very least, we could just, leave it behind in one, and then when we're done with what we're working on, maybe we can come back for it.
We have to come back and look at a map anyway.
Why
Okay.
didn't Javaris tell him what it was for? I don't like this. Billy, I don't like this. I'm on record.
So next time he asks you to do something, just stop and think. Why? Okay.
Okay.
We have asked
Now
a
let's
lot
go
of
through the
Javaris.
cushions.
Why do we keep saying this?
Billy,
Are there things in the cushions?
you said the green hole's through here?
Oh,
Well,
Oven
there
Dude told us
are
to
a
look at
few.
that.
Oven dude.
Yeah, he's an oven and a dude.
You've met an oven. perhaps?
Oh yeah,
He
he's
was
cool.
nice, actually. Yeah.
Not
So what
a
are we
strange
doing with the flower before we leave the room? Am I putting it down, or...
Lena
I say
rummages
you do
around,
whatever
and
you
I'm
like.
pretty sure I have a pot somewhere in here. Oh, that's not.
Yeah,
Billy,
You have a
probably
very
Billy had
nice
some
clay opal bowl.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Didn't you make it just for this purpose?
Fuck you.
Let's see.
Does anyone have a cooking pot?
I'm almost positive that I do. I do not.
Billy has opened the door that Minka indicated had the other green hole.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, what?
I do have a thing.
The throne is
Gonna
that
be
way.
patient.
Yeah, cushions.
So you are
How do
currently
you know
still
it's going
here.
to bring
You
you
opened to
closer?
this green hallway, correct?
Whichever one Minka pointed Billy
The
to.
green hallway is that one.
Yes.
So from the bag of holding, Alina pulls out the U-Hex puzzle box, which I have been carrying around this whole time, which
big.
I seem to recall is two halves of an orb, like two Pokeball halves, and she proffers them to put the plant in.
It's like a bronze cylinder. But yeah, absolutely. It would
A bronze.
Oh, it was a cylinder. Okay, so she holds it out and she's like, in there.
Okay.
We're just
To
gonna
get
leave
the
it here like
cylindrical
Minka
object
said.
out of it.
Billy, you stick your head out here.
Does her light move to there?
The
On
light
the map?
kind of flickers between the two as you hang between
That's
these
not
two
it.
areas.
You're going further away.
That's what the cushions do.
Yeah.
Are there any other
Let's get
cushions
it.
in that room?
It's just the one.
All right, so we have to walk.
Why did we never think to look at the chairs?
Why would you think to look at the chairs?
It's like a pretty crazy
Also
thing to think.
Not have worked this way before.
All right.
Or it might not have mattered.
We
if
still
they
don't
were
know
still
entirely what's happening here, so can we just keep moving, please? We at least have a path now.
Okay, onward.
Okay. You make your way forward into this
It's a
room.
really nice flower, Alice. It does look very pretty.
And as you open that door, you are going into the ticking vein.
Yes.
The hallway beyond is filled with a rhythmic that comes from the porous wooden walls. You can feel it kind of vibrate the wood here, which kind of moves the door in its frame as you open it. You can see far down the hall, about 30 feet away, there is a rubberized door frame with a metal door in it. You can see at this distance, Ori, a lock on this door.
It's locked over there. Does this room seem familiar, Billy?
No.
I don't like the construction. Something feels off.
Does it sound like clockwork ticking?
It's a little slower than that. It just sounds like a...
But it's like metallic in nature?
Make a... We're going to call this an investigation check. You close your eyes, you listen.
Ori is also concerned. The rubberized door with the metal feels like a seal, and the ticking feels like something's building up pressure or something.
Sure.
So Ori's also kind of like trying to figure out what is this mechanism.
Make an investigation check.
16.
With a 16, you listen, and it sounds like it could be stone or metal. Certainly not wood. You don't hear like the clacking of things snapping together. It's something in the walls. But what it might be eludes you.
23.
With a 23, you look at the rubberized door. You hear this ticking. Almost certainly this is a trap. What exactly that might be, you're not quite certain. You do note with that check, there are elements within the wood that do look a little bit more yellow-green, but outside of that, you can't quite see what the trap itself is.
In the wood.
But you do get a sense that this ticking is an important element to it.
Learning that, I would try to listen intently to the ticking to see if there are any like distinctions in the pattern other than like, is it a steady tick or is there like a
currently a steady tick, a little bit longer than a second between each one.
Okay.
It's not wood on the inside. And the last time we were in a ticking room, I believe it lit on fire.
Right.
But there's no scorch marks. So that's something.
The marks along the wall, are they in any like particular patterns?
No,
Or, like,
this
the-
wood
not
is
the
almost
marks,
like
but the,
it looks almost kind of porous, and so it's just
yellowation.
sort of like amongst the elements of the kind of indents, there is just a slightly yellow color to it. It could even just be like the heartwood being a different color, although with your investigation check, you suspect that's not the case.
Well, it's called the ticking vein. There's ticking. Those sort
What was
of
that
like
roll for?
veins.
Nothing. Shit out of me.
phone just fell and decided to roll a die in my honor. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ticking vein is the name of the room on the map.
Yes.
Those are veins in a sense
Sure.
of color, and the ticking is a problem.
Sure.
So the room has been accurately described.
Yep.
It's a room
So-
that's ticking.
Is there a doorknob on the door?
There is on the far one.
There's a
yes.
lock on it too. And
Okay.
Is it like a
said-
standard lock? Like a padlock or like a...
No, it just looks like you could put a key into the plate of the door knob, and you could open it that way.
You can pick locks, right? What's the problem?
Well, I can, provided I can get over there without triggering whatever trap this mechanism is. I wouldn't go in yet. It's almost certainly going to cause something to happen.
Well,
Probably
I-
negative.
I cast detect magic.
Detect magic sweeps out across this space, and inside the walls, anchored into 6 points on either side, there is the sense of some kind of magic. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you what kind.
It's spaghetti magic.
It's pasta magic.
Throw it at the wall, see if it sticks.
It is
Pasta
conjuration
theurgy.
magic, and 6 different points on either side of the wall.
Okay.
And it's kind of like beyond just the wood. The wood doesn't preclude you from being able to see through it. It's just on the inside of these walls.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Should I go or should you?
How long is the hallway?
30 feet.
Misty step.
You misty step to the other side, and you just appear. And in that moment, almost imperceptible, I would say Billy and Ori, you are both passive above 20, correct?
20.
Anybody else who's above 20, you hear the ticking get ever so slightly faster.
That just caused something to happen.
You
I'm
hear
going
it just
to-
slightly.
Is this a lock that I can pick?
It is. Go ahead and make a lockpicking check.
It's getting faster.
Yes.
Can I hear the
yes.
ticking now?
Fancy.
What is
Now that
your
I'm listening
passive?
for it. My passive.
7.
You can do that first.
With a 27, you insert your lockpick, you move with your other finger the torsion wrench, and you can feel these pins one by one give way. This is not an easy lock, but it's easy enough for you as you pick it in a single deft movement and you swing the door open and the ticking falls silent. The door swings open to a grim, claustrophobic chamber, about 30 by 20, divided into 2 rows of 6 iron cages, each suspended just a few feet above the ground by chains. Within each, you see gaunt, pale bodies, veins faintly glowing with unnatural crimson light. The room is cold. It smells like rust and iron. You see very little motion. You hear the little drips of fluid on the floor, and you can see from these bodies familiar-looking tubing that connects up and into the ceiling.
Oh.
But how did it
Hey,
go
Valis, don't look up.
through?
Are we, the rest of us, able to walk through the hallway just fine?
Yeah, easily. There
Are the bodies
are-
dead?
Make a medicine check. You kind of gaze at these.
How did it go through the?
It's
Magic.
multiplanar. Again, wicked, evil
But it
magic.
moves.
What kind of check?
Say that.
Medicine?
You're gonna wanna go
22.
cleanse it.
You look at the half-elf, slender, pale skin, now almost white. You can see unusual robes, almost certainly scholarly. They remind you of Austenlock robes, though very different markings. Very dead.
Okay.
You can see a dwarf. They are stocky and muscular. You can see, actually, amber-sworn tattoos across their arms. The alchemically enchanted swords crossed. They are dead. You can see a petite, sun-kissed halfling. You can see hands heavily calloused, auburn hair pulled back away from their dead, unseeing face.
How much XP do I get?
You see another human who is dead, a wood elf who is
Maybe
dead. You see a
Valis is the one
tiefling.
that
You see a little
Javaris.
gnome, in fact. Their hands stained with grease, also dead. And as you pull this half-orc, tall, broad shoulders, kind of apart, they gasp. And you can see these short kind of tusks open. They are emaciated, but they are massively muscular. You can see they have a loincloth from scavenged fabrics. They are in very rough shape.
Does
But
it
this
look-
half-orc is alive.
Does he still look like he's being bled from the tubes?
And she certainly is still connected to the tubes.
Alright.
You can see she looks at all of you, and instantly her eyes roll up and she passes out. She has been kind of hung up in this space for quite some time.
Can I lay on hands her to try to heal her?
You can. How much health?
This one I actually agree with.
I am
yeah,
going
this is
to do 20 hit points, and then
1 out of 6,
Like-
I guess.
in the same turn, I want to move, phase step her out of the cage,
Okay.
and then
very nice.
lay on hands to heal the wounds that probably would have opened up from the tubings leave her.
Absolutely. So you lay on hands, misty step, and you land with this person. You kind of go to grab them, expecting them to sag on their feet. Make an athletics check at disadvantage.
Athletics check at disadvantage.
Ow, ow.
So now that Valis has regained more of his memories, is he actually just evil?
You see Valis phase steps this huge half-orc woman out of the cage.
16.
You go to steady her shoulders, but you feel her arms wrapped tight underneath your armpits. She lifts you up, steps one leg around behind you, and throws you 10 feet across the ground.
Hey.
Just hurls you across, and she
This is
says,
bad.
"Kothar
What language is that?
you don't understand it.
Can I just for a second look around. Does anyone in the party appear to understand it?
Not a single person in this party speaks this particular language.
I cast
They'd throw
tongues.
Valis. I would probably pull out one of the daggers. Not throw it, but just be like, oh.
You pull out the dagger. She ducks low.
Put
You
my
can
hands-
hear she cracks her knuckles just by holding her hands taut.
I cast tongues and
You
I'm like,
cast
stop!
tongues. She turns to you and she says, "Someone who speaks. Who are you?"
We
She looks
are-
over at Ori and says, "Should I rip his head from his
No,
body?"
no, don't rip his head off. She wants to
What's
rip your
up?
head off. Just it's okay.
What? She just threw Valis.
She's confused. How long have you been here? He's okay. He's fine. Don't
You
worry.
can see.
Put it away.
Okay, you put the dagger down. She seems to calm down a little bit. And you say, "How long have you been here?"
Mhm.
She looks, and you can see her eyes almost kind of glaze over for just a moment. Let me pull her up. Give me 1 second here.
Lost to the river
When
time.
Hannah speaks to her, what language is it in? Like, can I understand Hannah?
You can.
Okay.
I believe so. For tongues,
Think,
yeah.
people can just magically understand you.
Okay.
So everybody understands, but it's not. Alina isn't speaking this language.
Okay.
yet.
It's not like speak with animals.
Gotcha.
This person turns and just says, 10 years?
Okay. So, the hags that run this place.
Where is this place? What is she saying?
Valis
Where you all can understand me, but
Valis stands up and like does himself. I'm okay. Can you tell her that we
What side
are
of the
here to
channel
free-
are we on?
we freed her?
I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry.
don't
We're
know what any of
inside
this means.
a hag hut.
Shh. The hut. I remember the hut.
Right. So my friend there, he freed you from that cage. See?
She turns and you can see for the first time her eyes pick out the other corpses that kind of hang here. And she goes over and leans in and she says, "Darren? Mara? What happened to them all?"
I'm sorry. I believe I've caused this.
You didn't understand what
They
she
sh-
said.
yeah, you can't understand this. You can just
Oh,
kind of
you're right.
hear-
Alina would
Context.
start
Sorry.
to like. Alina would be like, "My
She
friends,
turns
they
to
can't
you and she says,
understand. I'm going to
"Don't-
translate."
Don't say anything to them yet.
Okay, just
One of them may be in league with the hags.
Um,
For them to have suffered like this, they must have used the bloodbath. It's
did-
how they stay alive for so long. And they will replenish these chambers soon.
the hags are. What is happening right now? Please. This group, they are trustworthy, and the hags are dead.
Make a persuasion check.
I would love to.
And I would say make it an advantage.
Because
Thank
Valis
you.
didn't say sorry.
Exactly.
Advantage.
Sorry,
that's a
I killed them.
23.
With a 23,
My bad.
they look at you, they look beyond all of you, and they say, "I don't trust you. But at least for now, perhaps we can work together."
Agreed. Just a second, and she repeats what has been said.
Okay. So you turn, you translate all this back.
This is why we don't touch shit.
Sometimes things, although they may be evil, are too powerful for our own comprehension and are left better alone.
All we can do is what we do with our own comprehension. We can't ignore.
We're not ignoring. We're going to treat the disease, not the symptom.
Well, I was thinking more of the fact that if we know that something is incredibly powerful and made with incredibly dark magic, I know I personally am not well equipped to handle that.
Can you let her know that we're sorry for her pain and suffering?
Yeah, of course. So, and Alina turns and she's like, "Okay, some of my friends are yelling at someone who's. Don't worry about that. We are so sorry for everything you've been through. Our goal is to cleanse this place."
They nod their head and they say, "I only knew them for a short time. They lasted longer than most." And they kind of gesture at this array of corpses around the room. but they say, if we can avoid this fate for any others, I will help.
Now I was gonna walk away from the party and go to each corpse and just like say last rites.
Okay.
None of them are like familiar to us, right?
What?
In what way?
So
Well,
is she-
we've heard of
is she
multiple
okay?
people going missing over the course of this campaign. Are any of them familiar faces?
If you have a specific name or
Anyone
description-
from the Enclave?
Is Darren
There's nobody
here?
here from the Enclave.
Okay.
Is Darren here? Or his best friend Darren that has never been mentioned until right now?
This gnome's name is Darren Fellow. Derrin.
Oh, that's a different Darren.
No relation.
Not my dad.
Well, sometimes, because I try to make everything make sense, sometimes things will make sense and I won't remember why, but it's because it draws from like other lore. But Darren Fellows is the name of this dead gnome. He teleported into the hut accidentally because he's an inventor. So like
Damn.
literally the shittiest luck of
Just
everybody
like,
in this.
Yeah,
fuck.
he rolled a natural one and then another natural one.
Yeah.
So
So Alina is like, she says that she wants to help us so that nobody else meets this fate. What's your name? Turning back to the
She nods and she says, Talia Moonshadow
Talia.
from Kimbet.
She says all that.
Kimbet?
Tell her that at least we destroyed the device that had the hags put people in these cages. So shouldn't
Or
this
we
fate
can
should
just leave all of the information to ourselves. And
Or you would
find,
know the Kimbet Islands. It's one of the continents of Alberon. It's largely regarded as the most kind of remote and distant of the continents.
Kimbet's very far. Very remote. Oh, how did she get here?
It's probably more likely that the hut went there.
True.
So I did have a thought about cleansing the hut.
Okay.
The pickle witch.
The pickle witch.
You guys had a pickle witch?
Yeah, she was in the pantry. She manages it.
Okay.
Is she a pickle?
No, but she said that she was bound here and torn into 3 pieces
So-
under a pact.
That's my
Is one of them a pickle?
So you
Ignore the
point-
pickle bit.
It could be.
I'm sorry,
That makes
Billy. Go on.
sense.
Not everything that's trapped here is good.
I kind of assumed that.
I know you did. Not everything that's trapped here is good. Sometimes when hags fight, they like to eat each other for power. Sometimes you can feed them to your house, apparently. So what I'm saying is the pickle witch might be a hag, and by releasing the pickle witch, we release a hag. So maybe we find the list of all the pacts, and we investigate who is on it, and we
Excellent.
release the normal.
Is there just a list that they keep
like
of
that
all of their
idea.
pacts?
Do you think they would?
to decide who's normal?
Do you
Do
think they
you want
keep
to
it?
release hags?
No.
Do you think they
obviously
keep
not.
it in the ledger vault?
So,
That's what I thought. There's a room called Ledger Vault. There's gotta be a ledger there.
If we're passing through there anyway.
We have to pass through all these rooms from the looks of
So
it.
keep an eye out for the pacts, because
So-
apparently there's a guy with wings who also needs a. Oh yeah, we met a guy with wings in a cage, and he also asked for his pact to be broken.
Oh, then dude also
so
asked for that.
not that I don't want to help all of these
Billy,
creatures and beings.
make an insight check. You mentioned that being with the cage, and then you think back to that map that you saw.
But we have a goal to accomplish here?
22.
Billy, you imagine when the hut broke, it didn't just crack, it broke cleanly. You are looking at about 60% of that. And there are parts that are no longer attached. The soul cages, you do not see those amongst these rooms.
Oh yeah, no, actually he might be free. Don't worry about it.
Why would he be free?
Insight. Ear for deceit.
Wait, why
No
would he
need.
be free?
Ori hears it.
Why would you lie at a time like this?
Yeah, because everyone would be real sad after this
I've been real sad this whole time. Being in this place itself is sad. Why are you keeping information at a very vital point where keeping information is not going to help any of us?
The soul cages weren't on the map.
Oh.
So this isn't everything.
This is all that's left.
Okay.
Do I see any rooms that might, now I'm thinking about the map, any rooms that correspond to the tongue jar room?
To where you saw all the tongues?
Yeah, in jars.
Give me 1 second.
So this further solidifies my stance that we should ignore everything that we see from here until we get to the room that has the thing that we came here for, because more things that we involve ourselves with means more things that we may fuck up completely or ruin and cause more problems for ourselves with.
I like that.
I can't guarantee that I'll be able to adhere to
Please
that.
do.
I'll try my best.
No, do not try your best. Do your best.
I will do my best, and if my best is to interfere, then I cannot
people will die.
At this, the half-orc nudges you with their elbow and leans down and just goes, "Are they fighting?"
Yes.
I understand wanting to help these people, Valis.
What if they die if I don't do anything?
Then that is something that you will have to live with. Because we have a goal, and if I die because you try and help someone in this situation, and then we have a bigger problem.
What if you die if I do nothing?
Guys.
Then that's my own fault.
Guys.
For getting in whatever situation got me there in the first place.
Guys. Not helping. I understand we have different viewpoints, what we should and should not do in this moment. But bickering about it isn't going to get us any further to where we're going for. Okay? Let us continue forward, and we'll make the best judgment calls we can with the information we have at the time, erring towards trying just to get out of here.
Can we agree that if the group as a whole thinks it's a bad idea, as a majority, we don't do it? Like, we don't put bottles underneath random ink and have to throw it off into a distance because it explodes. We don't talk to strangers and get lost because we see pretty rocks. We don't break paths of blood. We just keep moving.
And fighting accomplishes nothing.
To whatever is this room.
You swing the door open and see the vertebral hallway.
Oh, good.
A long corridor made of vertebrae. You can see they kind of twitch, moving almost like a suspension bridge. You can see on the far side, only 30 feet away, a door that seems a little damp.
Why is it wet?
The frog choir.
I saw that.
Start to like.
Wait, Minka, just...
Wait.
Are there any things that Minka is imminently going to run into?
Make an investigation check.
She'll like take a few steps in and then stop.
You take a few steps, each one kind of...
Oh,
It's
this room is
wobbly.
weird.
26.
The floor is
26. You
weird.
can see each vertebrae adjoined to the next one by these elastic bands of what could only be cartilage. You can see these synovial discs kind of sandwiched between each one. Fluid kind of twists and pops into other parts as Minka steps and cracks the back. But there is no trap here.
Okay, just be very careful not to step anywhere that will break the spine.
The floor is weird.
It's a large spinal column.
Is this what they call whimsical?
It is
I
for
think
hags,
that-
I
Oh,
think.
you're whimsical. This is creepy.
I'm just gonna try to very carefully
different
walk
tastes.
across the floor without breaking any more back.
You step again.
Don't step on a crack.
It is very uncomfortable to walk,
Not.
but you make it across, and you are right in front of the door.
Damp room,
You push
baby
this
full
door
of cute
open.
frogs.
And the door opens into a lush cathedral-like swamp hall. The floor is like a raised wooden stage surrounded by standing water that does not miraculously pool forward through the door. It just stops a couple inches high. You can see strange stone benches protrude slightly like an audience chamber in front of the stage. You see reeds and moss and glowing lily pads that float both on the water and just slightly above it in the air. You can smell pond in this space, and atop the padded stools in the far distance on the stage are dozens of frogs.
I put a hand.
Creatures
Sorry.
cursed to be.
I thought you were done.
frogs.
You see each in tiny formal wear. You see suits, you see gowns, you see waistcoats, lace collars. You see in this moment
All
3
cursed.
of their throats bulge, and in rhythm there is a long, soft croak, and then 2 more that go up higher, and then 2 more that go up higher. This is almost undoubtedly the frog choir. And this is a very quiet song, but Alina, you especially hear Draconic, you hear Infernal, some of you hear Sylvan. There are many languages being spoken here, and as the final croak goes, there is a of arcane energy that just ripples through this space. You have all traversed across several planes, and in this moment you feel a very sort of planar energy ripple across this room.
What was that?
This feels too whimsical and nice.
On the other side of this space, you do see a doorway.
Nika,
Ask
I
the
have.
frogs.
I know you look really excited, but
I asked the frogs. Sorry.
the witch maiden, the pickle witch, told us that these frogs were things that the hags turned the frogs to make them sing for them.
That is horrible, but they're also wearing tiny hats.
You can see, a little derby hat kind of tilted back on one of their heads.
We've been playing a lot of Guilt and Mystery at House Spencer. So many times.
I know this is horrifying, but this is the least horrifying thing I've seen in the past
Do
24
you
hours.
think,
Cheshire has started humming
actually,
I don't know.
this might
Counter
be
charm is up.
perfect?
Here,
You what?
Counter charm is up.
Okay, you begin to cast counter charm.
Minka, sorry, what? What's going on here?
Ori is digging through his bag right
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
For a frog.
Don't worry. You can find your frog, no problem. You have spent a little bit of time each day maintaining this frog. And so it's still alive, very grumpy looking. As you pull it out, it tries to bite you. It's a frog, it doesn't do anything. But you are aware of the fact that of all of the many frogs, there are 12 on this stage that seem to be the most important. All of these benches are full of frogs in various bits of formal wear. Are you replacing one of them?
Should I add one to the choir? Maybe he'll be happier here.
I
Be
think
free of that thing. I don't see why not.
Do these look like similarly cursed creatures?
Make an Arcana check.
Like,
Oh, that's a good
would
idea.
this just be kind of adding
Yeah.
to the pile?
Really feels
Okay,
like
hex wine.
It's just like,
You hex wine and you move them around some of these frogs, nothing happens, but there are a few that as you pull the hex wine near, they glow brightly.
5.
With a 5. They're all different frogs, and your frog wearing 0 formal wear.
Oh, he's not dressed enough.
the frog choir.
Make an Arcana check.
Doesn't have enough.
These meant to each have planar energy.
You want to like
Yes.
prestidigitate a tiny suit on him.
Yeah.
So
I do.
Put him back in my bag.
Not your
I
illusion.
think it's gonna like look at each frog. Can we get a sense of like she knows the spell plane shift.
Mhm.
And does she get a sense that like she could attune to a frog?
Make an Arcana check.
So
What
you
was
can
your
come
check,
at
Billy?
me.
Yeah. 10.
These are frogs.
They are fucking frogs.
A couple of them might be toads, but to anybody who rolls an 11, these are all frogs.
Billy picks up one that's just like in coveralls and is just like, this is a toad.
15.
15. You don't think that you could attune to these frogs. But when they croak, you feel this planar energy that tells you that together they attune to much more. Yes.
Can I cast Speak with Animal and do the
Sure
crows
can.
sound like anything?
You cast Speak with Animal, and as you do,
Fuck this.
suddenly it goes from croaks to a chorus, and you hear that they are singing a sort of wordless melodic opera. This sound, no language that you can kind of ascertain. We speak with animals, it changes from just these croaks, though, to slightly more human for some of them. And the way that they speak, it is very hypnotic. You can feel as if they are under the influence of this space. And Ori's frog, which was struggling at first, does seem to be relaxing in this room.
Billy is still holding the toad and looks down at it. And casts animal friendship.
Okay, you cast animal friendship on this frog. This frog, you can feel the wet little fingers kind of wrap around your fingers a little tighter. You've made a friend.
Hey.
Is that one cursed?
You can see it, and you hear it just kind of go, hi.
Do you want me to translate for you?
Sure.
It said hi.
To the half orc, Alina's like, he says that it says hi.
Wait, he can talk with animals?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh. And so this most confusing game of telephone.
It's like that
Try
I Love Lucy
language.
episode.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have questions for the frog?
What's the squire for? Sounds nice.
I think they can teleport.
What?
Hey, little guy.
Is that the magic?
The person holding you asked, what is this choir for? It sounds nice.
My name is not Little Guy.
What is your name?
It is Whisper. And we are the Frog Choir. We move the hut.
In my head, I was like, I bet this is how they move the hut.
And Minka, you imagine that if the hut does snore, this is where it happens.
His name is Whisper, and this is how they move the hut.
Oh. You
They
guys.
teleport?
Oh.
I think my room moved really close to here once, and it was really loud.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is the best room so far.
What is the current... Where's...
Are we
Did you
still
have
in
any
the
more
material plane?
Are we still in the material plane?
Yes.
Whisper? Yes.
Nice. Do you want to stay in this room? It seems like the nicest room so far.
You translate
I
that?
translate that. I will translate this one-to-one.
Sure. They just go,
It's nice.
Can you ask if they have room for another?
Do you want a friend in your choir? Do you need a what? Is it it's a
I don't
alto?
know.
If
Probably.
one is brought,
I'd
one
say more
may
baritone.
leave.
Sorry.
Who's the
Did you hear that?
I tell that to everyone. This frog just said, like everyone, if we leave a frog, then another one may leave.
who's next up to leave?
they kind of turn towards this group, and for a moment you feel this frog grow big. All the other frogs kind of look up at them. There's a few that look almost like, as much as a frog could look like they have pleading eyes, like they do. This frog, for the first time in his life, feels immense power. And
Who lives? Who dies?
the
Like, who's
frog
been here the
says,
Me.
Do not take our composer. Take Bogo.
He hates Bogo.
Hey Bogo.
you see one of these frogs, the smallest of the frogs, like vibrantly green, and you can see they're wearing like a little military officer hat made out of moss. They kind of turn over towards you.
You want to come on a trip?
Wait, can
Hold
we
on, before- I don't
wait for a
translate that.
second. Wait. Who are the special frogs? Maybe one of them is someone who could help us.
Should we maybe ask all the frogs their name?
Well, I gotta be honest, you know, I know he
That's a
tried
good point.
to kill me, but after all this time, I kind of feel bad leaving him here.
To be fair, he's already cursed to be a frog forever.
Maybe this is his best case scenario.
And some of these other frogs may not be.
Do you think, can you ask
Hold
him
on.
how he feels?
Let me ask for all the frogs' names. I want to go by and just ask for
Oh
every
my
frog for their
God.
name. To
You
see in
go-
case there's anyone we know. I don't know.
How many minutes
Valis,
does it
it's
take?
me.
And is it
There are 12 primary frogs kind of up on the stage. You've already spoken to Whisper. The next one that you speak to says simply, "They call me Sockmeyer. Thank you, sir." There's another one that says croon. There's another one that says I'm Mossmouth. There's croquette. There's wiggle snout. There's short chortle. Then there's another one that says, I think you're right. A long time ago, they called me Denrick. Denrick Drum. Have you heard of me, sir? Then there's another one that says, Lady Greenlace.
As Valis is going through the
says,
list.
Look, I'm the one that you want to pick. Name's Bogo Snut. I come from a place far away called Mythelstreen, and you could go much worse than a warlord on your side. And then you kind of like move on. The next one just says, Molly. And the final one says, I don't know why you're going to bother. You'll pick the goblin.
So, just before we... Remember how we met the Pickle Witch and she said no one knows their names here? They could just have forgotten their names and be telling you what the hags have been calling them.
Oh yeah, I think they're frog names.
Yeah, so we'll just go with Bobo
Although,
then.
One of them didn't remember their name.
Why are we making some sort of decision like you all have a decision to be made? Why are we touching anything? I just thought maybe he would like to stay, but if someone else has to leave...
Someone has to leave in order for one to come in.
I say I want to keep my frog.
Sorry, not today, Bogo.
What was the frog's name that remembered his name?
Denrick.
Denrick Drum.
Denrick Drum. Has anyone heard Denrick Drum?
Does that mean anything to any of us?
Make a history check for whoever.
Did I read about him in my Mythelstreen studies?
Make a history
for
check.
Mythal?
No, certainly not.
When I learned about
I got a
Mythal,
dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
it would have been cool if
A
this
dirty
was
20.
natural
Denrick Drum. They're a gnomish composer. They went missing several hundred years ago.
Damn.
They are, I would say, you maybe found like old sheet music that was a copy of something that they had kind of made. But Alina, with that check, they've been gone for 600 years. They've been gone for a very long time.
So she's gonna tell the group. She's just gonna say that.
Well, thanks. We'll probably be back this way. You guys do really good work.
We can trade a frog out when we're.
Pops out of your head.
Why are we asking all of these frogs? We
Let's-
didn't even ask the frog.
And
I
this
think
way.
Ori's made it clear that the frog isn't
I'm
getting
putting-
Hey,
paid.
did
I'm
you want me
gonna
to
treat
ask?
it extra nice and give it a little extra treat.
Ori, did you want me to ask her a question?
Well, not anymore, because I don't...
Do you want?
Maybe we should just move on.
Yeah, Billy's like at the door.
Ask
Like,
him
are
if
we
he
ready?
wants to join the quiet.
Hello. Little frog, what is your name again?
Fuck you.
The frog looks up at you. The intelligence is greatly diminished, this creature, but you can see there is just malice in its eyes. And it says, I have no name. I am but a frog, but I know the nature of your truths. I'll stay here. It's nice.
In this room?
Yes.
Okay, he says he has no name, but he knows the nature of our truths. I don't know. What that means,
take
but
him with us.
That's because...
But
no,
he would like to stay here.
Yeah, of course he would.
Stick your breath back in. No problem.
Okay, to be fair, we should.
No treat now.
So for you, Valis, this tiny little green frog is going to go, hey, you can talk to me.
Yeah.
You should choose me. Take that other frog and switch it out for me.
Which one is this? Is this...
This is Bogo.
This is Bogo?
Yeah.
Right, you are the goblin warlord from Mythelstream?
Oh, I was a warlord, and then I became a barterer of souls, and then I tried to short the Bone Mother, and that, as it turns out, is a shitty idea. So I've been here for probably at least a couple of days. Could you swatch me for that other one?
I tell the group that. just so
No,
we,
you
just
not
so
do
we can
that.
make an informed decision.
Bogo, you're the star of the show. We don't want to take you away.
I say that. I
You translate that over, and Bogo goes, no, that's Dendrick. Dendrick is the composer, and kind
Animal
of important
friendship.
for the plan. You to Bogo?
Yeah.
I love you.
Okay, you animal friendship to Bogo. Okay.
We're best
Bogo
friends now.
says, oh, 1 second. Yes. Just a second. The eye like lifts. The eye just goes. Fucking Bogo, do you feel
Animal friendship.
But again, you're just hearing like.
Friendship.
But like you feel this frog like getting a little flirty.
That's
You have this frog's attention for some reason.
yeah, I can see that. You're the best singer we got in the choir. Don't tell others that. But we need you.
You translate that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you translate that to the frog, and they simply say, "No, that's not true. I'm not the best singer. I'm probably the least best singer. I wasn't allowed to sing back in the Croakwood because A, the Grong would be able to hear us coming, and we wouldn't be able to kill any of them, and B, I'm just not really much of a singer, you know."
They're just jealous and they don't want you to know that.
You're probably right. All right, I'll wait here just for a little bit, and then later, when you decide to betray that other frog, I can be a goblin again.
So is
You got
everyone satisfied with speaking to the frogs, and can we move on?
Yep, we're good now.
I think we all just needed this for a couple of minutes.
I really needed
to
this room,
kind
yeah.
of buffer against the future horrors that we're about to face in this next room.
You have to admit the concert was nice.
It was.
I
it was
do
and
still
is
find
very
it kind
cute
of unsettling that all of these are not actually frogs, but trapped souls who
I
have
agree.
become
I
frogs.
also feel the same.
Laughing to keep from
So-
crying, buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why I said before we should just ignore all of these rooms and stop trying to
You're the
help.
one that wanted to leave your frog here. Billy
Well,
opens the door.
And you see a long hall with vaulted ceilings, though there is no visible top, just darkness. You can see skulls in this space, all kind of at different heights floating about. They drift in slow orbit, almost like constellations of small groups. The air here smells of cinder and bones, and you can hear little whispers as you see this space. Across the way, all the way down this hall, you can see that there is another door. But there are many kind of skulls with these little elements like jewels in the eyes. You can see places where there are nails driven into some of them.
Billy starts walking through and is like, they're floating around in just like the air, right?
Yeah, like well above where you could easily reach. You could
Okay,
jump up and maybe
so
down.
Billy doesn't have to like cautiously walk around skulls.
No?
Great. Billy's just gonna kind of like walk and keep an eye on up.
Okay.
Mango's gonna try to imagine tiny hats and all of them to see if that makes her feel any better.
Yes, this is an aptly
You
named hall.
try to imagine tiny hats. You see a particularly small skull kind of humming as it moves along. And imagining what the tiny hat does help.
Don't imagine the audience naked. Imagine them with tiny hats.
Minka, make a wisdom saving throw as you really picture this tiny hat.
Damn.
I'm
Excellent.
walking with the group, so I'm assuming you'd have
Wisdom,
+5.
for whatever reason, is my highest stat, despite all of this.
I mean, the best reaction in this
32.
place is
Wow.
32, that is a success.
Nice.
The skull stops in this moment as you imagine a hat, and it turns. And it's very easy and helpful for you to picture the hat on it. And in this moment,
Do we see it turning?
yes, you do. All of you see that, but you do not hear this. Minka, in your mind, you hear this skull stop humming. And it says, "Do not sleep in the chamber beyond. It is dangerous for you." And the skull turns and continues to float along.
The skull just told me not to sleep in the next chamber.
Why did the skull move and talk to
Billy, you
you?
cross the space.
What was the next chamber's name again?
Billy
That
swings
one
the door open to the
What's
dream cellar.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh yeah, this
Good
place.
advice, good advice.
There is a place that you have all kind of walked through previously. It smells of old lavender and damp dirt. You see a number of different sleeping apparatus sort of in the middle.
Hey, Ori, you see the crack in the wall again?
You see mismatched beds, you see cribs, hammocks, and you see a faint crack through this fog where
Yes.
the air kind of blows, or you can lead this group over and kind of putting your hand into the seam, part the wall once more.
Once more into the breach.
Hey,
Can
Minka.
everybody make a wisdom saving throw as they walk through the smoke in this room?
Against a spell.
It is not, but you do get the benefit of +5 from Vincent.
That's
You're
Valiant,
well.
really.
Is it against
33
being
this time.
charmed?
That
22.
is not. That is a success.
25.
Success. Billy? Very
Oh,
nice. Cheshire?
Oh,
25.
damn.
Very nice.
You said wisdom save
Yeah.
+5?
Yep.
10.
That is a failure. 6 of you enter this room, but only 4 of you leave. And as you turn around, you can see... Oh, actually, 5 of you leave because Ori cannot be placed to sleep magically.
Yeah.
But Billy, you fall asleep. As you walk into this, you feel the darkness rise up. And just a second later, Billy walks out.
Oh dear.
Billy, you are sleepwalking. And for the rest of you, there's obviously something off about Billy, but it's not immediately obvious as to what this is.
Hex wine?
You hold the hex wine up and there is no curse.
Having failed but not being able to be asleep, did I feel anything happen to me?
You certainly felt yourself get a little dizzy.
Billy.
Did anyone else feel a little dizzy?
Alina has canonically seen Billy sleepwalk, just regular sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Does this seem like that?
Yes.
Okay. Alina's like, are you sleepwalking? Hey, wake up!
No.
That's probably not good.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Billy.
Something happened to Billy in there.
Dreamy dreams.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, Alina shakes you awake. And in this moment, you feel something rise up in your throat, but you cough and swallow. And no spores are released in this moment. You are no longer sleepwalking.
The hell was that?
Oh, I think
I
it
think
was
I fell
probably
asleep.
the room.
Must have
Something
been-
affected me as well, but
Oh. Are you okay?
I think I have my morning breath.
You always have morning breath, bro.
That's
I'm so
mean.
sorry.
how would you know that?
It's cheaper to share a bed.
Roommates!
The next one we're going into is the Glass Garden. Does that ring any bells?
So remember when I said I've been in 3 rooms?
Right, but have you been?
What were the
You've been
3
in 4
rooms?
now.
What were the 3 rooms?
Her room.
The hallway, her room, and the entrance.
No.
Kitchen.
Sorry, the
Hold on.
Kitchen guy.
The hallway, my room, and the oven dude's room. Which is just called the oven room.
Okay.
3.
Well, now more, but
True.
Are you opening this next door?
hell yeah.
Okay. As you open this door, it creaks open, and you see a cold, eerie glow. The space beyond is a circular chamber where the sky overhead is not a ceiling, but a dome of glass. Through it, you see a frozen sun stuck perpetually on the edge of twilight. It is cold, it is unmoving. The light here has no warmth, it just casts shadows. The floor itself is a cracked mosaic of icy cobblestone veined with silver. You can see from each crack there are flowers of blown glass that grow like weeds. You see violets and roses and lilies. Valis, you even see a couple of very familiar-looking orchids, though now in glass. The garden does smell faintly of like burnt florals. There is no wind, but you do occasionally hear the tinkle of these little petals and chimes from these crystal-like bells. These are just glass flowers, an entire garden of glass flowers. Though I would say, Valis, you feel a connection to these things. Having had your memory taken previously, what you are looking at is a different manifestation of stolen memories. This garden is an array of different people's hopes and dreams and elements of suffering. As you look closer, you can see refracted into these people betraying others. You can see a soldier begging not to die. This is an immense garden of suffering. And around the corner, you see a barred iron door layered over wood.
These flowers are-
Cheshire, do you see what I see in these flowers?
I assume I see what he sees.
Make a perception check.
17.
With a 17, you can see that there are all sorts of memories trapped in this space. Having worked a little bit with Valis, you can see there is something innately different. These are not string, these are not woven. This is something that is much more static. These are memories that have been taken from something that is no longer alive. What was your check, Ori?
31.
And with a 31, it would be challenging if you were to even bend over and look at one of them to not brush against another. This is at once a display of immense magical power to trap these emotions like this. This is very much a statement piece, but on top of that, touching one would likely cause it to shatter. And these are immensely dangerous pieces of glass.
Don't touch.
I wasn't going to.
We should move very cautiously through here. Into the next room. Follow me. And I'm going to keep going very carefully, not to break any of the flowers.
You move carefully across. If you do not stop to pick them or bend through, there is a straight 10-foot wide path that you can walk and then bend 90 degrees and walk around the corner and straight to the door. It's very easy. As long as you're not tempted to touch the flowers.
I am not.
I know the chaos in you stirs.
Ori, you open this door.
Not now.
And as you do, you open it to the visitor's parlor where all of you have been before. You see these overstuffed chairs. But it's a slightly different, as you can see, about 8 or 9 faceless homunculi, kind of currently holding elements of sugar cubes. You can see a plate full of mint in one of their hands. You can see the box that is sort of on the table that is marked treats is currently open and being restocked. There are 8 trays of different kinds of treats. You see spiced biscuits, you see cherry tartlets, and they smell amazing. But because it is 10:24 and a great place for us to stop, as you enter the restocking of the visitor's parlor, this is where we're going to end for the evening. Thank you for joining us for this session of D&D. We will be back in quite a few weeks on October 31st for our next session. But please, whatever you do, stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you later.
Bye.